And then right away it gets acknowledged that we got her box of chocolates. Because that's really nice of her to do.
Doesn't fall into the black hole of, well, I wonder if my gift got there.
Yeah. So then I called Laura last night. I said, how do we get this done? I said, let's have a conference call. Because if I don't conduct it, it'll never get done because no one takes it seriously.
Well, we would take that. See, we would take that seriously.
Yeah, but Gary, how many years we've been doing this? 20-something years.
Right, but we have
nobody can figure out that, like, when Carol Leifer sends something, that I should know about it pretty quickly. I mean, who wants a box of chocolates sitting around for a week anyway?
It wasn't a week, Howard. It hasn't been a week. You knew yesterday. It got here late Wednesday afternoon, and you knew yesterday. That is some time, but it's not a week.
I don't know. And then, like, it's sitting in your office, and like, who opens the mail? You?
No, Tracy opens the mail.
Right.
She logs
Tracy says you get the box of chocolates.
No, that's not true.
That's what she said.
Tracy opens up all the mail.
Yeah.
She logs it in. So it's, Carol Leifer sent this,
right.
And then everything comes through me just so I could see it because some things I put in your bag that day.
Right.
Some things I just need to know that you're getting, even if you don't take them. I need to know that somebody sent you a screener, whether you saw it or not.
Okay.
I need to know that a book came, so when they call, I can say, yeah, we saw the book.
See, I know I'm going to have a meeting today, and I'm never going to get to the bottom of this. I'm already zoning out.
Having the meeting, yeah.
I'm already zoning out. Like
Gary, we're in the meeting.
Like Gary's explaining it to me, and I just go, can't you just get this done?
It's like Jimmy talking about his breakup with Sarah.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's like I just go, I don't know how to get it done, but you get it done.
But you get a list every day. I guess you just didn't see it quick enough.
No, but we get the list. By the time the list gets to me, and the time I get to read it, it's 5 days old.
Howard, I'm your man. Let me open all the mail.
You have the meeting,
and I'll log it in.
Yeah.
No, what you're saying is certain things should get personal attention. Like they shouldn't go through the system. You should just be expedited to you that Carol Leifer sent.
Right, but you can't.
And then something should be triggered to say, Howard, you dictate this thank you note to Carol Leifer, and it'll be sent right out.
Right.
We have the address.
There's certain, when you get them, these things need to be taken care of right away.
Like I noticed Letterman's got a system in place. Whenever I do anything for Letterman, there's a note that comes. It's typed, and it's like, Dave from the desk of David Letterman, and it goes like, "Hey Howard, it was really good seeing you. Let's get together sometime." Blah 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 blah. David Letterman.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell, like, he must. I don't even know that he writes it because it's typed. I don't even know that it's his thoughts. It seems like it's someone else is doing it for him.
Right.
But that's cool. I want that system. But I know I'm going to get on the phone today and be aggravated that I even have to take time to come up with a system. Like, I shouldn't have to.
Would you believe me if I told you we will handle it? You wouldn't.
I would. How are you going to do it? Let me hear it.
Well, listen, this is the first you brought it up that you want something that quick. Because usually
wouldn't it be cool, like, if I said to Carol Leifer, hey, that was really nice of you to send something. It was totally unnecessary, but, man, you're the greatest, and,
The hardest part of the system is deciding who fits the bill.
Right.
Like, in other words, if Mark Harris sends you something, does that fit the bill?
You answer the question. You answer your own question.
Probably not.
Okay.
But
so
I never know with you.
You think I'm talking about Mark Harris?
No, but I never know with you because sometimes you go.
You don't know the difference between Mark Harris and Carol Leifer?
I know the difference between them. But,
I don't.
But sometimes.
Yes, you do.
No, sometimes to you.
All right, name a name that you think you can't tell what to do.
Mark Harris must have been a bad example.
Right. If that's the example.
Beetlejuice send something, Gower.
I got to look at the schedule for the last couple of weeks.
All right.
No, that doesn't work. I was going to say D. Snyder.
All right. D. Snyder sends me something. What do you think is the answer?
You probably should know.
That's right.
Craig Gass.
What do you think?
You probably don't need to know.
Right.
You know already. You know. Now it's getting embarrassing.
Wait, this is an embarrassing game, isn't it?
Well, I didn't want to have the meeting off the air, but this is what happened.
This is getting embarrassing.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
Craig Gass is on top of the Chrysler
building. Would send me something. It would be in the list, and then I could respond to it.
First of all, I know Craig Gass. He ain't sending you something.
You don't need to know immediately.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't need to know that day.
He was just about to. Now he just put it down.
See?
Right. So, like Jimmy Kimmel, obviously, yes.
Right, and then I want someone to say to me, okay, do you have a note you want us to send Jimmy? And I'll just say, here's
all right, here's a better example. Lisa Lampanelli was here the other day.
Good.
And she handed you, while you were in here, she said, here's an autographed DVD and CD. I'd love, for you to watch. But in her mind, it's a gift.
Okay. What do you think the answer is on that one?
Probably not.
Right.
See, you already know.
You know the answer to this.
Yeah, but Robin, here's the point, and you know this because you've seen me for 25 years. I know till I don't know. And then when I don't know, I'm the biggest dick in the world.
Even if you get it 99% of the time right,
meaningless.
You're helping me.
No,
you're helping me.
No, because 1% will be the first 3 hours of the show.
Right, Gary's got a point.
No, listen. Okay.
Be honest.
Lisa Lampanelli is a great girl. but she gives me a DVD. Okay. You know, I mean, I'm talking about.
Okay, Lisa. If this is Lisa Renna.
Go ahead.
Send you her book.
Go ahead.
Hey, Howard. It's with a note. Howard, you're great. I think she sent the note something like, I couldn't wait for you to have this book. I think you're going to love it.
Okay.
Is that a gift or a promotional item?
What's your answer? What do you think?
I think it's a promotional item, but she sees it as a gift.
We know that. And you'll put that on the list, and if I want to write to Lisa Renna, I'll write to Lisa Renna.
Even though she sent you a personal note?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I'll read the personal note, and I'll figure out what to do.
But does anybody in here understand that Howard might go, Gary, Lisa Renna sent me a fucking personal
note. Gary,
note.
you got it right.
Well, I'll tell you when it'll happen. If Lisa Renna calls and says, did you ever get my book?
Right,
Gary,
exactly.
You just got it 100% right. Every example you gave, you knew the answer to.
But Robin hit it right.
Now, Gary, I'll give you an example.
But he also threw 95 great pitches out of 100.
Lisa Renna comes in here, and she sends me an antique radio.
That's a yes.
Ah.
Okay, I got one for you.
Okay.
I got one. Fran Drescher used to come in all the time. And
Go
then
ahead.
after she came in, I'm going to send you a gift. And she would send you those fucking croutons.
The pasta and the croutons.
Right.
It's a gift. Howard, I am sending you croutons because you're a good guy.
Okay. What do you think?
I think no.
Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm sending you croutons.
Send me the croutons, so I'll talk about them on the. But okay, Fran Drescher comes in, and she's on the air talking about she just bought a Kindle, and she thinks it's the greatest thing. So then you get a personal note in the mail from Fran Drescher, and it says, Howard, I love being on the show. I want you to try a Kindle. I went out and got you one.
That's a yes. That's a resounding yes. Here's
so
one.
There you go.
I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is a tough one, but
go ahead.
Remember,
I bet you it's not tough.
Okay, remember the comedian Bobby Slayton?
I remember Bobby.
Bobby's wife owns a kids' clothing store.
Right.
Right. He sends you a box of clothes for your kids.
Go ahead.
So the answer.
What do you think?
Well, now it's tough.
Tell me what you think.
The answer is it's a yes, gift wise, but does Bobby make the cut celebrity wise?
Now think about it. He's promoting his wife's clothing line.
But it's still a big
do you
box.
think there's a real rush for me to get to Bobby Slayton on that one?
Yeah, but I'm sure your daughter's favorite designer is Norma Slayton.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, Gary. What do you think? That can wait.
Teddy Slayton.
In other words, I'll get a note out to the guy, but, you know.
All right, but that's a tough one because he is a celebrity and it was a box of clothes.
Right.
You know what?
That box of clothes is going to end up in a garbage.
Let me tell you something. There's two things
I'm
that
going
are
to give it to charity, which is 99% of what I do around
So
here.
I'm gauging the level of the celebrity and the quality of the gift.
The only one you got wrong so far is Carol Leifer's chocolates. That's it.
Which started this.
The real one.
There's two things. There's two things that are iffy: whether or not Bobby's a celebrity and whether or not those are clothes.
Right.
Gary, you missed one very important aspect. If Howard was single, you give him anything Lisa Renna said.
Right.
Tracy, when I was single, it was terrible. Gary and I had meetings about that. It was so embarrassing.
So uncomfortable, Howard.
Really?
When I was single and there was a hot chick on the show and I wanted to go out with her, I would somehow say on the air, hey, yeah, you know, you should get me your number. And then
That's a
Gary,
good code.
Then Gary would walk in and I go, Gary, did you get the number from her? And he goes, you want me to get the number?
I missed the signal on one very important person.
Yeah, he missed a lot of signals.
And Howard goes, because I remember Howard goes, you got the number? And I go, you were serious? Because what the fuck is wrong with you?
But get the number is like if Joe Girardi's steal sign was, look, steal.
I felt bad, too.
But Arty, you go in the green room and get a fucking number from somebody.
No, look, listen, Teddy tried it for me a couple of times.
It's embarrassing.
But Howard, can I ask you one question?
And the problem is, nobody's going to say no to giving you the number.
Well, first of all, they're giving me the number, so that's
Right.
already creepy.
Yeah.
But
They're giving
nobody's
you the
going to
number.
say no. You don't know whether they really, you don't know whether you're forcing these people to give you a number or not.
I was too busy or lazy to date, so it was a perfect dating opportunity.
Absolutely.
If I could
took
just
full advantage.
If I could do everything on the air, I was fine. It was like, wow, this is cool. I'm on the air. I met a nice, attractive girl. She said something about her phone number on the air after I badgered her.
I have a phone number.
Yeah, okay. Gary, did you get that?
I have a phone, Howard.
Do you own a phone, or are you a heroin addict whose mother took away their phone?
Gary,
Well, you
are
don't want my
listening?
number.
Right.
But, Howard, let me ask you a question, because I think the fans are interested in this.
Yes.
In that crazy time you said you had, sort of womanizing,
Yeah.
how many girls that were on this show did you bang?
I don't
That you
know.
met on the show?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Like maybe,
Under 5?
yes.
All right.
Right, Gary?
I got 3 in my head right now. I'm telling you right now. And I got one in my head that you don't even know that I know.
Let's double that number then.
Right.
It's like a drink.
It's like a chick telling you her weight.
I don't think there was a lot, honestly.
Yeah, I'm talking about that he met for the first time on the show.
Well, there's one that jumps to mind for sure.
There were a couple I'm thinking of I was working, but I never even got around to. Either they just didn't like me that way.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, maybe you might be right. But there are 3 that I'm thinking of.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I'm not thinking that hard.
I wonder what 3 you're thinking of. Because you should write them down.
2 for sure.
Write them down and hand them to me. I'll give them to Howard.
Exactly. Yeah, don't even write it down. You know what? That's water under the bridge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're married. You're getting
Why
married.
go back there?
I'm happy. I do have a great wife. It was great last night.
We love her.
We watched it. You do?
We do.
People generally
He's
like her,
acting
or
like
are they
he's
afraid?
in the marriage
No,
too.
you know what?
Do you think there's anyone afraid to say they don't love her?
No. Here's the deal.
Sal?
But he's acting like he's in the marriage too. We love her.
But in a
Well,
way,
he is in the marriage.
Hold on, in a way, I am, and I'm going to tell you why, Robin.
Really?
I'll tell you why I'm in the marriage in a strange way.
He is.
I have a friend who worked for a big celebrity for a long period of time, and then that celebrity got divorced, and his life was miserable.
Okay.
Because that celebrity was miserable.
Okay.
And his life was miserable. So
I
if
see.
Howard were not happy,
You're
we would all be
miserable.
fucking unhappy. So the fact that he's happy, I'm in a great marriage.
So, Gary, Howard's pretty upset that it took so long for him to get the package, I guess, from Carol Leifer. And he wants to implement, like, a new system. Have you figured out what you're going to do exactly?
Yeah, Tracy and I spoke about it. The truth is there is a system in place. An email is sent to Laura every day telling her what came in the mail that day. So I guess it's my job to point it out more than Laura's job to point it out. But, I mean, he gets a list every day. He just doesn't look at it every day. So I guess they just want us to expedite it and say, hey, you should notice that Carol Leifer, but not Craig Gass, Jimmy Kimmel, but not Mark Harris, sent you an important package.
So you're saying that if he would have looked at it earlier, he would have seen it? It was definitely
Right,
on the
he would
list?
have looked at it, he would have seen it, but he's saying, I don't get to look at it every day. He's saying, I'm telling you, I don't look at it every day, so give me a bigger heads up. It's more of a discussion. I don't think he was, he's not necessarily angry. It's just, sort of putting it all together. But it's done.
Sal rapping. I'm going to play you this. Somebody dug this up from somewhere. I guess when Sal had his rap career when he was a kid.
Yeah.
There was a couple of different ones. This song is called Meant to Chill. This is from Sal's 19... What?
Howard, this is Cool the Candy Rapper, who preceded the other rap band he had, which I can't remember the name of them now. But this is Cool the Candy Rappers.
So his name was Cool the Candy Rapper?
Right, and then after Cool the Candy Rapper came G-Man.
So Sal's name was Cool the Candy Rapper.
That is correct.
What did Sal's father think of him rapping this black art form when he was such a racist
I don't know.
guy?
Like Sal's whole, Sal's like kind of racist, and everyone's racist, but yet he's completely enamored with black culture.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
I'm considered fresh, the people call me death. You put me to the test, see, I am the best. Cause as the beat goes, I control it. Listen to the candy.
I like that his song is about rapping and he's the best.
Oh, my God.
And he's not even close.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Every rap song
I
is
am the
about...
best because I am Candy Rapper.
Right.
I am the best.
Every rap song, the guy's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least those guys are good.
At least if he can't, he knows he's not that good. I'm mediocre.
That's what he should be saying.
The people call me death. You put me to the test, see, I am the best. Cause as the beat goes, I control it. Listen to the candy and you will know it. So the rest of your biters don't make me puke. You too, rapping, dude. Give me the mic and I'm just to kill. Cause I'm cool, the candy rapper, and I'm meant to chill.
Who's going to buy that?
That is so embarrassing.
Yeah, right.
Thank God I don't have something like that on tape.
Here's his other breakaway hit, Chillin' with the Posse, Candy Rapper.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's chilling with his posse. And he's playing it like he's black.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. The hypocrisy is
It's ridiculous.
Yo, give me something to bug to, man.
Give me something to bug to.
Oh, I get douche.
Why would he bug to that?
Douche. He's a douche.
Because he is a douche. He would bug to this.
I'm going to bug to this.
He's gonna bug to a lame piece of music.
Give me something to bug to.
Imagine if this had become a big hit.
Oh, he'd be impossible to deal with.
Yeah.
Sounds like that guy in The Honeymooners, Ralph Cramden. He's always got a new idea to become famous or a new business.
Yeah, but this is like if my son put out a tape like this,
You'd say you're a retard.
Yeah, and then I would have to kill myself. I'd throw myself off a building.
And like Sal's dreaming about big money from this.
Yeah, and some
But
producer
he's also
guy.
pouring a lot of money into it. This costs money to get done.
Well, I could just hear him saying to his friends, "You got to spend money to make money." and I could hear him just going, "You know what, man? I listen to that rap shit. I could do that."
And he thinks he's as good as what he hears on the radio.
Yeah, it's like I can do that. I'm gonna be rolling in dough.
The posse paying out dues. Lounging in my limo cause I like to cruise. Smoke on the stage cause I could do this. On my own throne like a king, I rule this. Passing the church in a moment of silence. Farewell to a brother who died in violence. So chill, get
Farewell to a brother who died in violence.
Yeah, he's doing the whole thing.
That's his neighborhood where he grew up. Another brother died of violence.
Well, he grew up in a tough town.
What the fuck?
Candy Rapper, or I thought Douche the Rapper would be a better name.
Is it that
Douche the Rapper.
Black people do that? It must be easy to do. Is that what he thought?
Well, it's people talking, and he could talk. Do you guys want to hear any of "Take Me to Your Hip House"?
Oh, please.
Take me to your hip house.
Take me to your hip house.
But the word, passing by church in a moment of silence for another brother who died from violence.
Sounds very upset. It's take me to your hip hop house.
It says here, "Take me to your hip house."
Hip hop.
Yeah, coming at you.
Now baby, get the feeling of the rhythm that I'm dealing to your body and your soul. So let yourself take total control. So wet them and spread them and make them nice and wide. And get my bass, put it to your face, girl, till it's ready to slide inside. And with one touch, not too much, I'll make you see to feeling neat. With this jam, I'm ready to slam.
I'm going to make so
was he
much
a
money.
wigger?
That was it was one of another one of Sal's get poor quick schemes.
I'm very poor, and I'm going to make myself poorer.
No, but being on this show is a get poor quick scheme.
Right. Mark, you're on the air. Big fan. Mark, go ahead.
Hey now. Yeah, I love it. It's some pretty good rap there. You should go head-to-head with Isaac.
Yeah. Douche the Rapper.
I love it.
All right, thanks.
Such a fag.
Yeah.
Another brother died from violence.
Jonathan, you're on the air in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's Vanilla Sal.
Vanilla Sal. There you go. Vanilla Douche.
You're a douche, Grillo Sal.
Run the young douche.
All the young douches.
So come on, girl, just lift your feet and house me. To the hip hop house. Rouse me. To the hip hop house.
Yeah.
How much money did Sal fork over to some producer riffraff fucking thief?
He'll never be honest, but I bet you he spent at least 10 grand on all this.
Oh, God.
At least, minimally.
Because Hulk Hogan's trying the same shit with his daughter, and what is he up into $5 million?
4.
I mean, that costs a lot of money.
4, but who's counting?
Yeah, his old man's like fucking selling pizza. Dude.
How much money did you sink in? Tell the truth, dude.
Sal, I love you, but that is, I mean, we all do stupid.
I know it's garbage.
Right,
it makes me cringe. About 7 grand. But the thing is,
poor scheme.
But Howard, I got to tell you, I got scammed into some of this stuff. I mean,
somebody duped you.
Somebody told you were good.
I actually sent that piece of shit out through the back of a newspaper. It was and it says, "We can make you a star." So I sent him that stuff.
Wow.
And he calls me up. He goes, "This stuff is hot. You got to get down here right away."
Yeah, and then he charges you.
Yeah, and they charge.
And you're the idiot who paid.
I'm the idiot who paid. I really believed it. Well,
God.
The funny thing is that I always had the, watching.
This is like something like. The local news always sends the local consumer fraud reporter out. And there's only been 1 million of these. They say, if you go to a modeling agency or you go to a record company, and they say to you, you're our next big star, but you're going to need to put up some money.
Yeah.
Get out of there. It doesn't work like that.
Right, that's a template for shame on you. Is what
Right.
we just
Shame on you segment. Yes.
Younger comedians or sometimes people who want to become actors, they ask me for advice. I'm like, the only thing I can definitely tell you for sure is if you go to a manager and he goes, I'll manage you, but it costs this much, that's bullshit. A legit guy will never ask for money.
When you go there, so the guy said, look, this is great, but what did he say? He said, you're going to have to put up the money for the recordings?
He said, yeah, but it was such a setup now that I look back. First of all, it was bad photoshops of him and the Fat Boys on the wall. Yeah. And I always thought, back then I didn't put two and two together, but now I do. And
you do?
And him
you really think you now put two and two together?
Now I do, in retrospect. Then I was like, I finally made it. This guy's got pictures with the Fat Boys, whatever. And he plays the tape, and he stops the tape, and then he calls in two people, go, you got to listen to this. Like two other people.
They're probably still laughing about you.
Those two people were cleaning the toilets.
Right, but no, it was obviously like those two people were maybe on standby, and this was a routine he was doing. So he plays it, and their jaws drop. This is it. This guy's the hottest thing ever.
Oh, my God.
So he goes, listen, I'm going to send you out to New Jersey. I want you to meet this guy right now. He goes, we're going to make a hit record. This is going to be big. You're going to be huge. This is going to be fantastic. So he calls up this guy, and he goes, take this tape to him right now. So I drive out to New Jersey.
You drive it out to New Jersey.
I have my mom drive me out there.
Right. And your mom, she's as gullible as you are.
Yeah, my mom just working in the pizzeria, whatever.
Right.
We don't tell my dad because if he finds out we're spending money for this horse shit, he'll kill us both.
You should have told your pops.
So we drive out to New Jersey, and then, Howard, I swear to you, it was a beautiful studio. 48 tracks, state-of-the-art
I'm sure
design.
it was.
Yeah, right. The guy pops in the tape, the engineer. And again, it's the same motion. He's tapping his foot. Holy shit, unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm hearing. You are the next sensation. You're going to be huge.
Oh, boy. He had a big empty recording studio, so he had to make a deal with the devil.
Yeah, dude, there were cobwebs all over the place. So he's like, this is it, huge, blah, blah, blah. So now I'm convinced, finally, like you said, Ralph Cramden finally got the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So he sits down, he goes, okay, this is what we're going to do, 48 track. He goes, we're going to get singers in here. He goes, we're going to get backup singers. We're going to get guitarists. We're going to get keyboard players. We're going to get some of the best of the best. He goes, we're going to work this day and night. You're going to have a hit record. It'll cost you $7,500. So now I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense to me.
That's when you should have left.
I thought I was the superstar.
Right.
So I go, okay, so now I left.
Did you say to him, gee, I thought the record company's supposed to pay me?
Well, I didn't say to him because I didn't have the balls to do that because I was so pumped up.
Right.
I felt intimidated to say, wait a minute.
How old were you?
I was 16.
Mm-hmm. And think how much of a dirtbag that is. He sees a kid and he's playing on his emotions.
It shows you how stupid you are, though.
Thanks, man.
They wait for people like you. You're the mark.
Right. Yeah. So
and even, did you ever watch television news and they go, shame on you?
Well, hold on. To follow up, you might be a little proud of me.
Right.
I went home. I go, I don't know about this. This seems a little fugazi. So I go through the yellow pages and start calling recording studios myself. Now I go legitimately to a recording studio. I play him the tape. The guy doesn't tap his foot. Yeah. The guy doesn't snap his finger. The guy doesn't call anybody. He plays 10 seconds of it. He goes, yeah, what do you want to do? How many hours you want?
Right.
So I said, how many will it take to really record this to make it, 48 track best? He goes, tops $750.
Ah.
So I'm like, beautiful. Now, this guy recorded De La Soul and a lot of great artists. He was out in West Islip. Legitimate place.
But he wasn't giving you the musicians and stuff. So
no, he was
the other guy was for $7,500. You get all the musicians.
Everything.
Right. Well, what had happened was that
package deal.
This guy, if you put it together, the manager who called me, he's in cahoots with recording studios that want to fill up dead time.
You think?
Well, that's exactly what Howard said 5 or 10 minutes ago.
Sal's just figuring this out now, 30 years later.
Sal's like, wait, I think I've put this all together.
So I go back to
you went back to the $7,500.
My manager, thinking he was going to be so happy that I can record this masterpiece and afford it.
Right.
So I walk in, I go, hey, I don't want to say the guy's name. I go, I can't afford the $7,500, but I got this guy who produced De La Soul, only $750. I go, we could do it. We're going to be, I'm going to be a star. So he looks at me and goes, what are you kidding me? That guy's a piece of shit. You're an idiot. You went over my head. I was about to make you a star. And he goes, you did. He goes, you want to make it? I go, yeah. He goes, then you stop right now. You listen to me right now.
You get that $7,500.
He goes, right. He goes, you might not be able to afford $7,500. He goes, but I got another guy I want you to see in Comac.
Wow. So what'd they get you for? Did they end up getting you for the full $7,500?
No, so I go to the guy in Comac, and I get the same rap.
Right, and how much
But
was
the guy in Comac, this was even better.
What?
He pulled the best scam on me ever. So I go to Comac, he goes, man, he goes, listen, your manager's right on the money with this shit. So on the money. He goes, can I ask you one question? I go, what? He goes, can I make a phone call to another record company? You didn't sign with him yet, did you? So I go, so good. So I go, no. He goes, man, he goes, if I make a phone call to this company, he goes, I think I could get you the hottest deal. He goes, this is so hot. I know these people, and the guy you're working with is great. He goes, but I think I could get you a better deal with this record company. So I go, sure. He makes like some fucking phony phone call in front of me.
Right.
You're an idiot. You are an imbecile.
He puts the phone by the speaker. Yep. Right. He goes, yep. He's going right, back and forth from this. I'm like, wow. I go, this is unbelievable. I go, now I got two guys. It's a bidding war for my music.
Right.
And I fall for it. And then
you're an imbecile.
This guy hooked me. He hooked me.
How do those guys sleep at night?
And
how much?
Well,
how much?
well.
How much did he hook you in for?
That guy originally gave me a price for $4,500.
Yeah.
And
how'd they get you up?
Well, no. He got me for $4,500, but it ended up costing me with him. I went to the bank and I took out a loan with interest and everything. Yeah, and my mom co-signed it.
Almost retarded.
Your mom co-signed.
Yeah, but I paid off every nickel.
Good for you.
So, and that was, and then, so now I record this piece of shit. By the way, Howard, the final product of that 48-track recording is "Shake It," which Fred plays all the time.
Yeah, we like that
was
one.
the masterpiece.
That was the man. This is the fine. Yeah,
I like "Take Me."
So this is the 48.
This is the single.
Yeah,
I can hear the difference.
Yeah.
Did the other musicians are all in on it, I guess.
Yes, and Al Greenwood from Foreigner did the keyboards on
Hey,
it.
can I ask you a question, though? When you went back to the guy for $4,500, did you ever say, but I found a place that could do for $750?
Yeah, I just did that. I went back to my manager. I go, I got a great deal. So he goes, no.
But how much money do you think these guys can make? $4,500.
Well, what happened?
The guy has
They
the
are
studio.
bringing in musicians.
They brought in
and stuff.
legitimate musicians. They had to pay them something.
Yeah, I don't know. But the funny thing was, without a doubt, I was never there for these recordings because these.
Did your mom or you ever say, "Gee, I thought the record company is supposed to pay us. We're not supposed to put up the
What
money"?
record company?
Right.
Right.
I always thought that. You know, you always read about these rappers and how, you know, they became overnight successes because
Right.
they found a guy who took them under their wing. You
Right.
know, I was the guy. No, I was the jackass that walked in. So after I recorded this and I was going to be this big star. All of a sudden, all the negotiations fell through. Like the record company from this guy who, the new engineer who called, didn't get back to him. I go down to my manager. I go, hey, we got the final product. He goes, great. He goes, I need you to go to this tape duplicating business and make 500 tapes, cassettes. He goes, I have to send them out and distribute them to all the record companies.
How much
so
did
I
that
said,
cost you?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That cost me another $1,000. So I said to the guy, well, but hold on, man. So I go, I said, look, I really,
You're an asshole.
But he's only 16.
I know.
You're a fucking idiot.
Sad.
What a moron.
Yeah, so I go, okay.
You know, at 16 this might have happened.
And I'll never
Sal,
forget.
I could fucking get you a record contract if you give me $10,000.
I know. I go to Deer Park with this. I'm so deflated with this tape, and I pay that.
So that's
that money.
$5,500.
So
Yeah.
you make the 500 copies? Do you bring the 500 copies
Yes.
to the guy?
In
a truck?
No, in 2 Bloomingdale bags.
Right.
Like they weren't, you know, by myself.
500 copies.
Yeah. Now I'm a delivery boy, and I'm delivering
Yeah.
2 sacks of shit.
This is paying
Do
you
they,
dues.
do they keep you waiting in a waiting room?
Well, I knocked on the door and I waited and I waited and waited and I get in and I say to the guy, I go, hey, I got the tapes. And the funny thing was, he goes, what tapes? Like he didn't even remember where it was.
Yeah.
He didn't remember where he was in the story.
I got three scams going on every morning, dude. I can't remember.
The only thing valuable was the bags themselves. They probably threw out all the tapes and saved the bags.
Oh, they definitely did. Because when I brought the tapes, he says to me, Howard, he goes, where's your 8x10s?
I'm busy making a baseball cap for a kid. I'm going to get on the Yankees.
First, I bring him the tapes. He goes, what is this? I go, these are the tapes. And he looks at he looks at the bag. He looks at me. He goes, "Where's your 8x10s?"
How much is he charging for that?
Well, he sent me to another guy for the 8x10s, and that was like another $700.
Jeez, what a racket. He was hooked up with everybody.
Yeah. And that's when I officially became G-Man because Cool the Candy Rapper wasn't a hot enough name. He changed me to G-Man.
Oh.
So I go out to Brooklyn to take these photos. And
because all the best pictures are taken to Brooklyn.
So that's 6,200.
Right. So I get up to Brooklyn and I'll never
Do
forget.
you think you're an imbecile?
No, not they thought I was.
No, but you are, you know.
At that point.
But I mean, you've got to even
sold on a dream. So many people fall for. I mean, when you,
come on.
No, Howard, when you're so okay.
Why do you think they're in business? You think he's the only one they
but I
made?
mean, never actually met someone who fell for it? Like, this is amazing.
Well, it's not over yet. I go to take the pictures, and here I am. I think I'm a star. You know, I got my,
what kind of pictures did you take? Like,
oh,
sexy?
my God. This guy had, like, this cheap piece of shit backdrop. It was like pink paper. And he rolls it down. It's a tiny room. He's got a sink and a little oven. He's cooking, like, Campbell's soup. This guy looked like he was smoking crack all day. So here's the funny thing, Howard. When I walk in, he goes, "Who are you?" He goes, "Who are you?"
That is the greatest.
Where are your tapes?
I'd love to make a movie about
So I
this.
go, I was sent by so-and-so. And he goes, "Oh, okay." He goes, "Do me a favor." And he's eating the soup. He goes, "Roll that down and just tape these corners." So I have to roll.
Oh, my God.
I roll, but
He doesn't even-
was so cheap. It was so fucking cheap. And you know that paper backdrop.
So didn't that give you an idea after all these? Nothing.
No, I just keep thinking, I'm a star. This is what you need to do. I'm paying my dues. I tape the paper down, right? He goes, "Just roll it." He goes, "There's duct tape there." I go, "Okay." I didn't care. He was eating.
Now take your pants off.
No, well, came close. I step on the paper with my shoes.
Yeah.
And the fucking guy slams this thing. Goes, "You fucking imbecile!" He goes, "You got stains all over the paper. You know how much that shit costs?" He reaches for a can of pencils.
Yeah.
Gives me pencil erasers, got me on my knees, and I'm erasing the foot scuff marks on the paper.
Not only do you pay to have
Yeah,
this
he's
done,
yelling
you
at me, and
clean.
Yeah.
You have to clean his room.
And you gave him $700 cash at the end of the shoot?
That my mother covered as well.
Oh.
So then...
What's with your mother?
She, you know,
She's got less sense than you.
No, if you grew up in my house, believe me, I think she probably realized I was an imbecile, but she took sympathy on me. Like, I don't know, maybe she wanted to declutter all the shit in my head.
How many scams does she fall for every year?
Not many. I was the only one that did it to her.
Yeah.
So I get back and I get in the 8x10s.
Like if your mom gets a letter that says we have $80,000 sitting for you in a bank account in Israel, and all you have to do is send us $5,000 and it's yours, would she send the money in, you think?
I don't think she would.
I think she would.
No,
She's
I
got
don't
to
know.
be one of those. And you too, I think you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Howard, do you think if Sal was a woman, he would have blown everyone in the story?
Yeah.
Like they would have totally gotten him to like...
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think there's a chance it's still out.
Right.
Yeah, he's not telling us that part.
So I get him the 8x10s, and I go back again.
Right. How many 8x10s do you have now?
I don't know. They sell me it's like a whole case of this stuff. I think I have still a few at home. They're awful looking. You could tell there's nothing put me. He's like, "Stand there, don't move." 2 snapshots. They threw me out, and that was it.
Oh, my God. They're like
$700.
passport photos.
Right.
Yeah, and there's people in the waiting, like not in the waiting room, like in the lobby there.
Yeah.
It was like a fat soccer mom with her 2 ugly kids that she thinks are going to be eventually like, you know,
they're idiots.
beauty pageant.
Yeah.
Oh, they're idiots
Actors.
because they think their
Well,
kids
they-
are going to be models. Your mom thought you were going to be a rapper.
Wait, hold on. They fell within the same idiotic realm
Right,
we were
exactly.
in. You know, we're all in the
Okay.
same group.
All right, so you bring back the pictures. Now you have the garbage bag full of tapes.
I have 2 garbage bags full of tapes.
Well, at least you
I
brought
have-
them in garbage bags. You saved the guy the trouble of having to put them in garbage bags. You know what I mean? Here, please deliver these tapes in garbage bags so the guy can just throw them right out.
Could you put your 8x10s in the garbage bag as well?
So you go back to the record company, and it's still there.
Right. It's everything. Well, I don't know where the garbage bags are, but I bring him the 8x10s. He goes, "Okay, now I'm going to get to work. I'm going to be in touch with you very soon." He goes, "He's going to be very, very big. Thank you very much. Goodbye." Throws me out. A couple weeks go by. I call him up. I go, "Hey, you know,
What's
what's
going on?
going on?" And he's like, "Look, I'm very, very busy. Don't you understand how this business works?" He goes, "How the fuck am I supposed to make you a star if you're not giving me the opportunity to get your stuff out?" He goes, "Did you get me the tapes?" I was like, "What?" At that, I couldn't believe. I said to him, "Did I get you? I brought 2 fucking garbage bags down of tapes for you." He goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "I brought them to you."
I
He goes,
threw them
"Hold on."
out.
Yeah, so he does one of these things. Hold on one second. Like, "Ethel, where are those tapes from Sal Governale?" "Oh, okay, yeah, we're on it.
I know why I got confused, because you're a candy rapper, now you're...
Some bullshit.
G-man.
Then
Now
he
you're
calls me
G-man.
back. He calls me back because I think he
Right.
feels like, oh my God, he's onto this
even
idiot.
He felt bad, yeah.
No, he thinks that I'm onto a scam. So he goes, "Listen," he goes, "I got a great deal for you." He goes, "Have you ever heard of publishing?" I didn't know publishing. He goes,
You know
"Look."
what, Sal? We need to make a TV commercial. How much you got?
So I don't know what publishing is, but he goes, "Once you become a star, your stuff's going to be played everywhere." He goes, "How about if I told you every time your song was played, you're going to get paid?"
Right.
He goes,
See, the guy knows the business.
Yeah, he goes, "Not only are you going to make money from sales, but publishing is where it's at. That's where you're paid for the rest of your life." I said, wow, that's great. He goes, so this is what we're going to do. I need you to come down. I need you to sign a publishing contract. So we have the rights to get this out and get you paid every time. He goes, it's going to cost you about $1,100, something like that.
Right, okay.
Right.
So now we're up to, let's see.
That's where we get to about 7. But I told him, I said, and I went to my
63.
mom, and I was really upset.
You should have said, screw the publishing. You guys can have the publishing. Just make me a star.
Right, and I think
So you never give him the 1,000?
No, he gave me a deal. I think it was like $450
For the contract.
for the contract.
A piece of paper that he's had,
Right.
that's just a boilerplate contract.
Which I think you're entitled to publishing anyway, as long as you're the artist. I don't think you pay additional money, but he made me.
Well, you do.
I did, like an idiot. And
$450 for the publishing contract.
and that's it. Never heard from him ever again after that.
Did you call him a couple of times after that?
Yeah, never
You know,
returned my-
this story's probably 50 times funnier. You know, he must have been calling and calling.
Well, I did. I called all the time, but
I
he
wish I
wouldn't.
had those calls on
But
tape.
here's the thing. After all that, a year goes by, and I notice his ad's not in the paper anymore.
Oh.
But there's a new name. You know what I mean? So I call up that, and I'm like thinking, hey, maybe this is a legitimate company who will like my stuff. He picks up the phone.
Oh, they went
He
through a
can
name
get
change.
you all over
Just went through a
again.
name change, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, did you get me those tapes,
So
Sal?
when he picked up the phone, did you say to him, hey, this is Sal, remember me?
no, I didn't say anything. I was just like,
Sal, you know what your problem is? Your music's a year old. You can miss the mark. We got to start all
We got to
over.
make so from my math, that's $6,650.
Yeah, I
like
said
that.
about $7,000. Yeah, around that.
Round 2, just for you.
I wonder if he even listened to the tape.
Nah, not
One time of my rhyme, I'll do it fine. So it's sure to be in line. Until you fall, I hear you call. For my
Yeah.
I got a report on Sal, by the way. I heard that Sal was out performing this weekend. Friday night, second show, I heard Sal got really, really drunk. Usually does 10 or
happens.
11 minutes. Did about 20 minutes. Most of it didn't make sense, but I heard you were as racist as you've ever
No,
been.
it's
I
not
like that
true.
you're racist and you got the N-word jokes and all that stuff, and yet
You were a black man.
you were trying so hard.
Right.
Maybe that's why you don't like black people.
But I
'cause you
do
can't
like black
You can't
people.
do black music. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Oh, come
I admire
on.
the black man's work. That's probably why I was doing it. It has nothing to do with that. I don't remember one word I said on stage Friday night. Bob and
Then how do you
Chewy,
know you weren't racist as ever?
You're a self-hating wigger.
they had to carry me off the stage, Bob and Shuli.
What is it?
So usually, you know, Sal does nice tight set and he's done. He was rambling for over 25 minutes, I think, on stage. Just
like Lenny Bruce.
Just drunk out of his mind. And you know he's drunk because he starts talking to the audience, like asking them how they're doing.
Dude, what are you doing drinking
Wait
on
a minute,
stage?
but
You're not
don't
at
you
that
have
point.
any professionalism. You're there to
You
do
don't
the
have the
show.
right to do that.
I don't have the right. I apologize. I did 4 shows, and one of the 4 I got drunk. I've been doing stand-up with these guys for 2.5 years.
That's so not cool.
But it was.
He's never done. I mean, it was never this bad. And at one point, I go up on stage because it was a smaller type room. The audience can all see me there, and they're like, "Go get him!" They're like, "Go get him!" So I go up on stage. I grab a second mic, and I'm like, "Sal Governale." He won't let go of his first mic, and Bob runs up and yanks it, rips it out of his hand.
Gets him off the stage?
No, then Sal turns around, rips my mic out of my hand, and talks for 2 more minutes.
I felt obligated to talk to the audience.
All right, now everybody
But
knows how you fall for anything. And Sal's out there if anybody wants to make a mark on him.
Actually, Howard, the Backspin, the classic hip-hop channel, wants to play some of his rap songs.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
$400, though,
Maybe
they
there's a
were.
chance yet.
No, no chances.
Considered fresh, the people call me
Listen to
desperate.
this
You put me
shit.
to the test, see, I am the best, 'cause as a beat goes,
I'm going to be a star.
Can you imagine the guy sitting in a room tapping and bopping?
Oh, God, how did he even do that? The guy deserves the money if he was able to do that.
Yo, G-Man, you remember any of your rhymes? You want to bust some out? Come on.
I don't remember.
Come on.
Dude. Come on,
dude.
cool. I'll beatbox.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you
rap.
and Shuli, come on.
Come on.
No,
New
no.
Like
hip-hop
old
team.
school, like the old days.
Come on.
No, I don't
Let's
remember.
do
The
it.
Howard TV viewers need this.
Richard's a great beatboxer. Right, Rich? No, I've had enough. Everybody wants to rap. Who's this? Is this Isaac?
Bubba.
No, I tried, What can I do? I was a young kid, and... Wait, Chewy used to rap, too.
I was more of a beatboxer.
No,
I was more of a
you were
beatboxer and a
crew.
dancer.
You were in
I was in a crew, but I never gave anybody thousands of dollars. I knew I was shitty enough to just do it in school with friends, and that's it.
Are you looking at the Wall of Fame? What's that?
They did not fall.
They just fell?
They all fell off the wall.
Just now? Just now. What the hell is that all about? Ouch. It's like you have psychic abilities. Come on.
He tried to kiss him.
Come on, Mrs. Simmons. Come on, because I got to talk to you before we go in.
Don't you know how to say hello to a lady?
Hello. I just realized I don't know where the mic is. Richard, you know, one of the things I realized is we use a headset, right, with a microphone on it, and with the hair dryer, I'm just going to have to put it on. I'll just work with me. I'll put it on in a weird way. You know what I'm talking about? I won't mess up your wig.
Welcome. Are you looking forward to this?
This what?
Reuniting with Howard.
Let me just a minute. Yes, I am.
And that's it?
Just a minute. I think it's going to be refreshing.
And what are you anticipating from Mr. Stern today?
That he may find me prettier than his wife.
Would it be okay if I showed your lovely outfit?
To a who?
To the viewers.
What outfit?
Well, this beautiful dress here.
It's just something simple, you know. It's just a $6,000 simple black dress you can wear anywhere. You can wear it to funerals, to parties, to weddings. You can, you know, bring it to the side and tie it for the beach. You could, you know, wear it outside, just letting the breeze hit your skin. You can wear it, when you bring it up, you can wear it to look like Jessica Lange in American Horror Story. You can wear it backwards, and it looks sort of Grecian.
And it's versatile enough for morning radio?
It's very versatile.
All right, we'll see you in the studio.
So Richard Simmons is here. We're going to start with him. He's here early. We've got such a packed show, we had to squeeze him in early.
All right, let's
Richard,
predict how long it will be before he sits down and cries.
Oh, wait, there's a very pretty girl out there. That's not Richard.
What?
That's a pretty, pretty girl. What a pretty girl. Who is this beautiful
Did he take
young
his own advice and get a new do?
Who is that beautiful young lady who just walked in? Hi, sexy lady.
Looks like Lady
All right,
Gaga.
Just come on the microphone. Lady Gaga's here. Lady Mama. All right, come over here because it's not. You're on radio, Richard. I mean, ma'am.
Lady.
Lady. There's
Ricky,
a beautiful young lady with beautiful purple hair and gorgeous dress. Hello. What is that, darling? Hi. Just sit down because
Are
you're
you
wasting
gonna
time.
talk?
I want to talk to you. Hi. Richard, you're in full drag. How long does it take you to get in that outfit? Seriously, because you have a beautiful wig, and even your nails are done. And those are, I assume, what, like
They
a
aren't
fake
press-on
nail?
nails.
A press-on nail?
Yeah.
Did you go to a salon and get those nails?
No, I did not go. I did it in the room. It took me 5 minutes.
A press-on nail?
Yeah. You want to sit? Look.
Yeah.
Try one on.
No, I don't want to
Here.
touch it. It's disgusting.
No, come on.
No.
Let me wash it.
No.
Please, Jesus.
Yeah.
The man does not like to be touched.
When you dress in drag, why not titties? Why flat-chested? Seriously, did you give consideration to stuffing your bra?
Howard.
Seriously, to
No,
make the
this is
illusion.
not serious. This is
Not serious.
This is not.
This is pretty serious. I think this is
It's
like
not
first of all,
Halloween. What is it?
I think we're meeting the real you.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you.
No, I
Thank
really
you.
am. I've missed you.
Let me ask you something. Why would a heterosexual man like yourself, seriously, dress up as a woman? And I know, listen, I know
it's just one thing.
You're
It's just one.
heterosexual, and I know you love women.
No, listen to me. 13 million.
What?
13 million what?
That's how much. That's what it costs when they want me to do this.
No, what I'm saying is...
It costs, people give me 13 million. Robin's here.
Do you have a doll collection?
Robin, hi. I miss you.
Hi, Richard. I miss you, too.
Do you have 400 dolls in your collection?
2,200.
$2,200.
Yeah.
I was saying, here's a guy.
Where do you keep
You're
those
as masculine as anyone I know. You love girls. You want to
Can
get
you
married.
take this off of me?
Why do you wear this
What is he
Roby.
taking
He's
off?
taking off his jewelry and his woman's outfit. Could you take off your wig so I can put a pair of headphones on you?
Yes,
so you can hear Robin?
Just a minute.
No wonder he's
Look what I
screaming
did
so
for you.
loud.
Look,
Wow,
come on.
skull shirt. You like skulls?
Huh? I like your skull. If anything happens to you, I'm going to lick your skull. I want to own it.
Richard, I was reading about your shorts. Do you own 400 pair of those shorts? That you
Now
love
it's
to wear?
about 600 because people buy.
Are they flammable? In other words, I heard that they can light on fire.
Purple bag.
Hold on.
Where
Richard,
is it?
Richard, focus on me.
Okay.
Put on headphones.
La 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 la. I love Howard.
Yeah, because he's all over.
I love Howard.
Now what is he doing?
Your new single is go back to the shorts. I'll go to hairdo in a minute.
Yeah, these.
Seriously, are they flammable?
Yeah, that's why they got rid of them.
So they don't make those anymore.
Well, they make a new. Dolphin makes the new short, but it's not like this. The problem is this material is flammable.
So you have,
but don't get any ideas.
You have over 1,000.
I don't want to end up being like Sissy Spacek and Carrie. Stop! I don't want to go to the prom, Mama. Please.
Richard, you have over 1,000 pair of dolphin shorts.
Yeah.
And when you heard they were flammable and they weren't going to make them anymore, is that why you went out and bought 1,000 pair of?
No, I don't have the. No, these I've had for years.
You've had for years.
Years, and then people will clean out their garage and stuff, and then send me stuff. And then I give it to people. People say I'm dressing up as Halloween, and I send them.
Right.
I need the purple bag.
Okay,
I want it now.
I have to hold your microphone.
I'll do it.
Somebody else get the purple bag, Gary?
Mother, daughter, mother. Where's the pictures?
Right here.
Richard,
I got to show you this. This is going to bring back a memory.
What is it?
All right. First, I want you to see this picture.
What is that? I don't know what that. Oh, that's when you dress like a man.
Look.
Yeah, I remember that. That was great.
That's drag.
Do you remember that day? Do you remember that day?
I do. You were
Get me the purple bag. I'm leaving.
To dress as
if
a man.
I don't get the purple bag, I'm going to go do an
What are you gonna
oldie
do?
station. I'm not kidding.
It's on its way.
What's in the purple bag that you need?
I just take this off and fluff my hair so I can.
Good. All right.
So, did you like hairdo?
Richard has a new single out called Hairdo.
This is serious.
Yeah, it's serious. It's as serious as anyone can be. What the sales must be through the roof. When I heard this, it's a rap song featuring you.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
When did you get into rap?
When did you first discover you could rap?
Well,
Look at that
I
hairdo.
just decided.
Put the wig back on.
I'm trying to find something to throw.
No.
Seriously, then why you have to say those things to upset me?
Stop it.
No,
You
I
look
mean it.
great.
You always have to put. There's something you always have to put down.
You're 65. You look like you're 20. Are you 65?
Yeah, I'm 65.
That is unbelievable. Do you think about death at all, or are you just one of those people that can't even face it?
I watched over and over the burial of Evita Peron.
Right.
And
why Evita Peron? Were you a fan?
because it was a beautiful
Where do you
coffin.
have that?
Right.
And she had 5,000
Yeah, where do you
flowers.
see that? Where do you get
Where do you get that?
take away his microphone? Now he has one in his headphones. That's good. Yeah.
So now I did
Wait.
hairdo.
Yeah.
I think that music is wonderful. We love music. It's our
Yes.
therapy. It makes people happy.
Who invested in this? In other words, you had to go in a recording studio. Did you put up your own money, or did some record company put up money?
No, I put up my own money.
I had to figure that.
Chris Phillips and Kathy Phillips, they do the music.
All right, here is Hairdo. Let me play it for Robin, who has yet to hear it, which is unbelievable that she's the last person in this country who hasn't heard
Yeah, I don't know
Hairdo.
where I'm.
We're ready. We're ready.
Here we go. Wow. It's action-packed.
Short, long, straight, or curly. Get something cute.
Wait.
Or curly. Get something cute. Get something girly. Short, long, straight, or curly. I'm going on tour.
Are you?
I did 29 songs I've written, and I'm doing duets. No, I am.
Duets? With who?
Short, long, straight, or curly. Get something cute, get something girly. An afro, a buzz cut, a French
I'm
twist.
going to throw up. Richard's coming on to me.
I know. That would be
Richard-
the last day that I would do that. I would rather be celibate and go into a seminary.
I was watching an appearance, several appearances. You've been on TV a lot lately.
Yeah.
I watched you on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
I watched you on Home Shopping Network.
I'm on JTV, jewelry television.
Jewelry television.
Thank you, Robin.
And Richard, you cry at the drop of a hat. And you cry.
He's going to start with me. And you all two are being quiet.
No, I want to say something to you. If you cry everywhere, and a lot of the times there's no,
I don't cry
there's no
everywhere.
actual tears.
Howard,
it's
don't
become
do
a
this.
shtick. I want
No,
to
don't do
talk to you
this.
about it. I
Do
haven't
this.
talked to you in a while. It's not a put down. It's
It is,
not. It's
because
a question about
no.
your performance.
It's not a performance.
But it
okay,
is.
listen to me.
You
when
are a performer.
I just came back from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
I know you dug a well.
There was
for an orphan.
Yeah, let's breeze over that. Do you breeze over all the charity things you do?
Yeah, but you dug a well.
No.
You dug a well for an orphanage. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this
that
is
was very lovely.
Well, that's beautiful.
But this is the beginning of going
Did you dig the hole yourself? No. Stop
No, I
it.
just want no because
Sit
I get.
down. No, seriously, what happened at the orphanage?
Well, the water was contaminated.
How did you learn of this?
A friend of mine told me about the orphanage.
A friend says to you, hey, there's an orphanage, they have no money,
Yes.
they need a well.
Yes.
And what does it cost to dig a well?
Quite a bit of money, because you have to go 300
Did you have to do
feet
this
down.
on your own? In other words, you put up all the money?
I put up all the money.
How much did it cost to dig a well so other people can get involved? Would you say?
$30,000.
30 grand.
Yeah.
So
but now
it's
these
very
children
gracious.
have water to bathe in. The kitchen has water to cook in. They have water to drink. But this is just the beginning. You know, you do a lot of charity work, and also your wife does.
Yes.
And there are 6 million orphans, and there's orphanages
It's
all
horrible.
over
It's
the
an
world.
epidemic, and that's why these fucks who are against abortion.
All right,
You
all
know,
right.
There's
all right.
so many unwanted children.
But
Am I
here's what-
correct?
here's the-
do you agree?
yes,
Where do you
yes.
stand on abortion? I know you're a Catholic, but where do you stand on it?
I really don't talk about politics.
You never.
No, it's just.
Do you
not.
vote?
Yes.
You always vote.
Always vote.
Did you hear the Pope?
Did you
Yes.
think that was great? Is this terrific?
I think this Pope's a really fabulous Pope.
I'm with you.
But let me say this. I went to Sao Paulo. I built this is the beginning of what I'm going to do. I have a foundation that's called Richard Simmons and Family. And every month I'm going to do something like this.
No, this is wonderful. But what I'm saying is, and I didn't mean it as a put down, but if you cry about everything on every
My life
show,
is very emotional, Howard.
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. You sit
Are you
here.
Well, you cried about the jewelry.
No. I cry.
You
well,
cried,
you know what?
You cried about your new jewelry
Okay,
collection.
when someone calls up and they're overweight and they're very depressed and they say, I bought this bracelet because it says hope on it and I need hope. You've known me for decades, Howard. And you know
Is it all genuine?
It
or is some
wasn't
of it
that
a racket?
situation.
Is some of it a racket? Because I think you're one of the most
No.
honest.
I'm
going to compliment you. Out of all the exercise gurus that I've ever heard, I think you're the most effective, and I'll tell you why. You are a realist. You get a hold of overweight people. You start them out slowly. You give them hope. You hang with them, and you exercise them in a reasonable way that keeps them in the game. And you teach them about diet.
I have a lot of
really
reason.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I'm not putting
Robin
you on.
and you know
Yes.
Robin and we've been friends for years. I call 30 to 40 overweight and obese people a day. Some of them are anywhere from 250 to 800 pounds. Now this is very emotional. This isn't like I'm calling someone who has to lose 10 pounds.
Right.
These are people that may have been abused, may have had a bad divorce, kids taken away from them, a loss of job, and now they're housebound. Now, I am because I was overweight, this is very sensitive to me.
Hey, I heard you talk as a child. You were obese, right? As a child, were you a model for for overweight fat kids? Were you a fat kids model? I heard a story. Now, tell me if it's true or false. You modeled and you made so much money. Why can't I interview you?
I'm having an asthma attack.
No, you're not. Stop it. That's a fake.
You can't talk like that if you're having an asthma attack.
When you were a child, did your mother take you to model and you made enough money that she invested the money in an apartment or several apartment buildings in New Orleans?
No.
And that you were a millionaire before you even started being an exercise guru?
I was successful doing modeling later on, and my parents said, well, this was just a fluke. You need to really not spend this money. And
were you an overweight model?
I was. Yeah, they were called chubby models.
And could you make that kind of money where you were doing well? I mean, because regular models don't make that much money unless they're supermodels.
No, I did well, but but when you're overweight, it's sort of a paradox because I tried to lose weight because I hated the way I look, and I thought others hated me.
Right.
And so. What are we talking about? I'm not here to talk about that.
All
of a sudden, you're going down, ease on down the wrong road.
Why are you
it's like Dorothy. It's like you're Dorothy and you got Toto and you're going down the wrong.
But you can't come in here.
I'm here to say,
you can't come in.
I love you.
Stop.
Come here, touch me.
No, I don't want to touch.
Come here.
No, Richard. Just
I've taken a shower. I've cleansed.
I don't want to touch anybody.
I went to St. Patrick's. I cleansed with holy water.
It's not you. It's just I don't want to touch anybody.
Anybody. Why is that?
Because I have a germphobe. Look, What I'm saying.
Can we just hold hands for a minute?
No. What I've got to.
What if I spread this? Look.
No.
Wait, look.
No, I'm really not into it.
Look.
I don't care. I don't want to hold hands.
Okay.
I don't. Please
Can we
stop.
do E.T.?
Are you afraid of germs? Do you scrub? Because you shake a lot of hands.
Oh, damn Spot! Oh, damn Spot! Leave me!
You know what I'm worried about with you?
Yeah, what are you worried about? Dick Simmons here. What are you worried about?
First of all, why won't you talk about your early life and modeling?
Sometimes it's painful.
It's too painful for you?
Do you have parts of your life that were painful?
Absolutely.
I know them,
but
and I'm not going to bring them up because I'm a Gentile man.
No, but I certainly am.
I came here to talk about a couple things. I came to talk about...
Yeah, but you can't just plug. It turns people off.
Listen, no, I'm not...
Listen to me.
I'm only here. I'm not here. I don't care about plugs.
Yes, you do.
I have hair transplant plugs. You can have them.
What's going on with that? Now, I read somewhere you have to spray your head.
Well, I have bald spots. Do you have a bald spot?
No, I'm pretty good.
But you will one day.
You think? I don't know. I'm doing pretty good.
Listen to me, Beelzebub. One day you will.
Why did you get hair plugs? Why didn't you just shave your head?
Because I look like Annie that had been in a fire.
You were concerned about your appearance?
Let's say that a woman has an illness and she loses her hair and she looks in the mirror. It's all about how do you look in the mirror and if you like yourself. When you look in the mirror, Howard.
Are we too concerned with all of that kind of shit? Seriously.
We are too concerned, but if you look in the mirror and a man is going bald and he doesn't like what he looks like, then...
It's okay to... But it's very painful, isn't it? Where do they get the hair from?
Now it's all new. No, they
do a better job.
They go, listen to how it goes.
That's how they do it.
But the only reason I get a lot of emails and tweets about this show.
No, but talk about hair transplants. No,
you're going to wait. No, you're going to wait. No, you're going to wait.
I'm worried about you.
And they say to me, I'm worried about you. I'm so worried about you. You're spreading yourself too thin. You sit there with the talent people. Then you do this. Then you go to the large mansion. Everyone, did you know it takes 20 minutes for Howard to go from the driveway to his front door?
That's not true.
Hi, this is Dick Simmons for Celebrity Homes.
Are you wearing women's perfume because you have a
No,
tremendous...
I'm wearing Brute.
I'm worried about you. Are you sad you never had children of your own?
The white zone.
Come here, give me that.
The white zone is for loading. You know what?
Are you sad you never had children of your own?
I exercise children all over the country when I do classes.
Are you sad you've had no partner, no love?
Because you know what it is, Howard?
Do you have someone in your life?
Let me just say this. Give me a second to put my thoughts together.
Okay, good. All right.
When I first met you.
No, do you have someone in your life or not?
Tell the truth. I have the world.
I'm being serious.
I'm being serious
so sad.
too. You find it sad?
Do you like going home alone and not?
I didn't say I was going home alone. When you have 14 housekeepers.
I know, but that's
and
not...
sometimes we reenact the Last Supper. Well, you should see us. It's here's my life.
Is physical love important?
Okay, here's my life.
What about physical love?
I get hugs and kisses.
So you
Let
don't
me
care
just
about
finish my
jacking off
sentence.
or anything? Honestly,
oh my.
I've never had that discussion with you.
Robin,
what is he? Where is he going?
You don't care.
Have you ever been stabbed with an afro comb? Have you ever?
Yes.
Have you ever?
Actually, yeah, I have.
And now Breaking Bad. Oh my God, no! Howard, you're in prison.
Breaking Bad? Isn't that a great show?
You didn't see me dressed up as all the Emmy people, did you?
No.
I dressed up as him.
As Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
And where was this shown?
This was all
Emmys?
over. This was all over, but it's all about you and your radio show.
Were you on the Emmys?
I've got a radio show. I'm Howard Stern.
Here, all right, let's talk about some things.
Okay, but here's the reason one of the reasons I came here.
Okay.
Because we have a lot of the same clients, same fans.
Sure we do.
And so...
That's
I always come
unbelievable.
Here.
We should have a convention together.
I always come
the
here.
bronies and the...
I always come here to inspire people to perspire.
Richard.
Yeah.
Do you think about now? You're a senior citizen. Do you think do you think about death at all? Do you think about?
Here's what I think.
Are you scared of?
No.
Do you think there's an afterlife?
No. Here's what I'm thinking.
Do you believe in an afterlife?
Here's what I'm thinking. That I don't want to die.
Right.
Like no one else wants to die.
Right.
But God has this little book when you're going and when you're coming in.
Right.
And I just try to live my life.
You believe in a personal God?
I believe.
No, seriously. Do you believe in a personal God? That you're going to die and you're going to meet a guy up in the sky?
Sort of like that.
Yeah. You do believe in that?
I believe I could fly.
Do you believe that?
I believe. Can I just hug you?
No, like I know you loved your mother, and I mean, do you believe you'll go to heaven and see your
You'll
mother?
be reunited
do you
with
believe
her?
that?
No, you know what my true belief is? That you have your heaven or hell right here on earth.
I agree. See? I think.
Can I
then
come
what
hug
happens?
you?
So you die and it's
In other
over?
words, so no one can touch you.
I don't want to
So
be
you're
touched.
like the untouchable. Is that
I
it?
just don't want to be hugged.
Okay.
And then I don't want to smell like your perfume all
Can we
day.
just hold hands for a minute?
No, I don't want to hold
Can
your
I touch?
hand.
Can I
No,
touch
no,
your
can I
outfit?
interview you?
How long we know each other? Do you remember? What were the years that you were back at that studio?
Oh my God! I mean, I guess
How long?
we know each other from
You
the
were
80s,
there in the
right?
early
Okay.
days.
Yeah, the early days.
And do you know something?
What?
I love you.
I love you too.
Let me tell you. I love your nose, your cheeks, your hair.
My nose.
I love everything about you. I love your hands, your toes.
Would you get it on with me? If I gave you the okay?
I'd rather vomit.
Is that true? Am I not your type?
No. I love you as a brother.
You would never blow me, and I could never blow you. Is that what you said?
No. That was
Where are you going?
No.
He's out of here.
Don't put your wig on.
No, I'm
You know, Robin was ill. I don't know if you heard.
I prayed for Robin.
Yeah,
I talked
put
to
your
Robin.
headphones back on.
Robin, needed some time.
When
by
did he talk
herself.
to me?
When did you talk to Robin? She said you didn't talk to her.
Robin, I
No,
called you.
no,
and
put them on so we can hear you.
I don't know how to put them on.
Let me help.
Wait a minute.
He's saying
Wait,
he
my heart.
called me and we talked. That never happened.
You're going to break the mic. Oh, my God.
Oh, what is he doing?
He's breaking the mic. Now, Gary.
No, I called Robin. But
Yeah.
you know, Robin.
You didn't talk
No, it's
to
okay.
me.
He's back
I called you one day at home, Robin, and I asked you out for dinner.
Oh.
You are.
That's true.
That
No.
was years ago, Richard.
Well, doesn't that count?
Dr. Anderson,
Wait.
is
there's a
my
couple
wife
of
going
things.
to live?
Richard Simmons has a sparkle jewelry line, which I'm aware of because I played his jewelry
his jewelry
appearance.
Did you watch
appearance? Yeah.
Oh, we watched it. We played it right here on the air. We loved it. We loved it.
Well, I designed all that for my mother.
I know.
And so I felt that they were pretty.
How does a guy like you, who's so fucking macho, how do you know how to design jewelry for
I'm an
women?
illustrator.
Are you?
I started as a kid. I designed something for my mother, and then I'd save my allowance money and have something made.
What do you do for fun? Do you travel?
What do I do? I love to teach. I was in New Orleans yesterday. I love to
So
teach.
your work is your
class?
fun.
I love teaching.
How
I
many
love
people
making
were in the
people.
class?
That one was about 1,000. It was.
And you still keep the price low. You charge people like $12 to exercise.
At my studio. I still have my studio for 40 years now.
No, that's pretty
So
awesome.
I can't touch you. Can I touch anything that you've touched?
I don't want to. You want to touch
You know,
something?
if you want to hug Fred.
No,
Well,
Robin,
Fred.
seriously, when you see Howard, do you hug him?
Yes.
Yes, he
Well,
hugs
that's
me.
different.
What's different?
What's different? She's a woman.
When a man loves a woman.
Did you recently? Were you asked to be on Dancing with the Stars?
Yes.
Why did
Why
you
would
turn
you
it
do
down?
that?
Because it's hours and hours of rehearsal, and I have people to call. I have,
You got a
I have to
busy
try.
life.
I try to save lives.
Would it be good for your brand to be on there? What are you doing?
Yes, I think so.
All right. I don't want to hang out with you like this.
Okay, how about here?
Why? Can you sit down, please, so I can properly interview you?
But why won't I can't get close to you?
Here,
I feel
I
like
have
we're in prison.
All right. Let me talk to you
Well,
about.
you
a
know,
bunch
when
of
he's on Jewelry TV, he doesn't harass the host like this.
Robin,
You know, a lot of people.
Robin.
I'll give you a fact about Richard.
And you don't touch David Letterman or any of those people.
By the way, if you want to touch something, Sal has something he wants you to touch.
Oh, God, help us.
Do you know that a lot of people don't remember that Richard Simmons won an Emmy?
I don't remember that.
Did you know that he won an Emmy? There's a fact that a lot of people. Was that no, Sal? I don't want. He doesn't want to touch that.
Sal, come here.
Well, oh,
Oh,
no.
Come here,
God,
Sal.
don't ask Richard.
Give me a
Richard,
hug.
you're going to be sorry.
No, I'm just giving him a hug.
I love you.
What did you say?
Show Richard your penis.
No, you said I love you, didn't you?
I do love
Do you want to see his penis?
Did you ever hug? Did you ever hug
Do you
Howard?
want to see his penis?
Did you ever hug?
Please kiss me.
Kiss him. Kiss him on the mouth. Kiss Show Richard your penis.
Get out of here.
No, seriously. Show it
No,
to him.
get out of here.
Show it to him right now.
Okay, I'm going to count to 10,
Why?
and then I'm throwing something. No, you don't want me to throw something.
Why don't you want to see his penis?
Get out! Get out of the store!
Nobody.
Get! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Get out of here.
I thought I was looking at Thumbelina.
What do you think of that?
What do you want to answer me about?
All right. I wanted to talk to you seriously about, first of all, Project Hope. I want to congratulate you on that. I happen to think it's a wonderful thing what you're doing. The fact that you built a well for an orphanage is pretty fucking great. And so
I want to understand this. You say, what is Project Hope?
Project Hope is just cardio and toning and my food mover that's been around for decades. It's just all a program of exercising. You know, it's all about self-worth.
Yes.
If you don't have self-worth, you have nothing.
I don't have self-worth.
But if you have self-worth...
You know what I say, Richard, now? It's self-love.
But this one says...
Who says that? Robin?
I say that.
Yeah.
You have to love
it's about
yourself.
If you have self-worth, you'll inherit the earth. And Guy put this together for me, and you know...
Let me ask you, because you're so giving, and seriously, when you do all this charity work, and even when you call people every day, at some point, doesn't it become draining? Because I've heard some people with you, especially obese people, who start to depend on you so much that, like, they can't even blame you.
You become the new addiction.
It's almost unbelievable the amount of time you have to put in with these people.
I don't mind. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Look
you
how
don't
much
feel
time.
Drained, or
no,
you
look
feel
how much
energized?
time you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and get here to help people.
Why do you think a guy who was, you were beaten as a child, you got into fights, you were called names. Why do you think you're so loving and giving? If you had
I think
that
I don't
kind of
judge people. I think that I love them unconditionally, and I think I want to help them because I helped me, and I haven't gained my weight back in all these years.
See, I always felt an underlying anger with you that I don't think you've ever addressed.
Anger?
Have you ever been in therapy?
You're talking about anger?
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
No, you're talking about anger. Is that what you want? You want to see anger?
No, stop.
Fine.
Stop.
You want to see anger? I'm going to tell you anger right now, because now you're going to see it.
Don't you take apart the
You're
studio.
going to see anger.
I'm going to bring Salem with his penis. If you just screwed up my entire deal here.
Look at me.
No, your cleavage is showing.
Just tell me that you love me.
I do love you.
Tell me how much you love me, like on a scale of 1 to 10.
A 1. A 1. I love you. A 1.
Is that true?
Oh my goodness, I don't even think you can call that a 1.
I don't
I'm
not
love you.
loving what you're doing.
I don't love you a 1. You know what I love you?
We love the sinner, not the sin.
No, you know what I love you? I love you a 15.
You do?
Stop that, Gary.
Gary, what do You're going to knock us off the air.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
I love you an 18.
All right, well, thank you. All right, now let me interview you. I want to talk about your jewelry line, and I want to talk about RichardSimmons.com and all that other stuff.
Gary, do you love me?
I do.
Now watch this. Watch this, Howard.
Kiss him.
No, look.
Kiss him on the mouth.
Now look at that, how nice.
Wow, isn't that nice? That's nice. Well, that's nice. That wasn't hostile. Richard, you...
what is all this stuff? It's unnecessary. What is this?
You should take that. It's Mambo. You'd like it.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a perfume for you. I
It
bought
is?
it for you, yeah.
No.
Oh, it's a cologne.
Is this yours?
Yeah, it's a delicious flavor.
Hi.
It's cologne.
No, there's something wrong with this.
No, there isn't.
No, it isn't.
Wait a minute. Hey, I'm
Were you
Dixon.
bullied as a child? Were you bullied?
I'm going to just tell you one story that's going to make you very sad.
Go ahead. Give me a story.
When I went to the bathroom, and you close the door to go to the
mean here?
bathroom.
Okay.
No, when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
They put lighter fluid under the door and light it.
Who's they?
Oh.
In high school.
The other students?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Why? Because you were...
Because I was fat, because I was different, because I sang songs, because...
Were you joyous as a kid, or were you...
Joyous, very. My whole
when
life
kids
has
are
been...
lighting the bathroom
my
on
whole
fire.
life has been, can I make somebody happy? Can I make somebody laugh?
I know you love women, and I know I know you fuck tons of broads, and that's
Yes.
your business.
You know something right
But
now.
were you
I'm leaving here.
Were you
Well,
perceived
Dick
as
Simmons does.
effeminate as a child?
Yeah, I was perceived more than effeminate, different. A little silly.
You didn't try to disguise when you were in high school. Did you try to tone down your natural?
I tried,
way?
but wearing my mother's heels to class.
No, you come on, be serious.
No, I was me. I always was me. There's a lot of people.
This is you.
There's a lot of people in this world that are afraid to be themselves.
Are you hosting the Pride Parade? What did I read?
No, I'm in the Macy. I'm in the the Thanksgiving Day
In 2013,
parade.
Richard appeared at an LA Pride kickoff party.
I went there and taught a class.
You did?
Yeah, taught an exercise class, and
Was that a great day?
gave a lecture about the smoking and the drugs and the drinking and how it was going to age them, and that it's okay to have a good time, but not like this. And then I said to them, you have parents that cry themselves to sleep every night because they're worried about you.
When kids would light the fire.
Under the stall door.
Did your mother and was your father dead already?
No, I never told my parents.
Why?
I mean, I used to be hit with a baseball bat in elementary school in the head until I fell on the floor. But I never, I never could tell my parents. You know,
why?
The thing is,
why did you tell your parents?
Why didn't I?
Yeah.
Because my father was 50 when I was born. My mother was 38. So I didn't want to do anything to upset them.
But don't you go to a parent for protection? Don't you think that is something? If you had a child, wouldn't you?
I had to deal with it on my own.
You did?
I had to.
And how did you deal with it? Did you fight? Did you physically fight?
No, but words are the most powerful weapon. So this guy kept hitting me in the head with the baseball bat for a long time until I just said to him, I'm bleeding. I've done nothing to you. But both his parents were alcoholics. So, it's the family
tree. And you felt bad for him?
I felt very sad for him, but he came home and his father was drunk. And
Did you go to college?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I began in Lafayette, Louisiana. Then I went to Florida State, and they sent me on an exchange program to Florence, Italy.
Did life get better for you when you went to college? Did you suddenly get accepted? I mean, it sounds like a horrible, horrible childhood.
Well, I mean...
Did you get accepted into college?
You find the people in your life that accept you and love you unconditionally. But sometimes you have to go through a lot of people.
Because back then, people weren't as accepting as they are now.
Yeah, well, you know what? We live in a world now that's not very accepting. I hate to tell you that.
No, it's not.
I mean,
but a little more at some places.
Just a little more. It's like our country doesn't treat seniors the way they should be treated. We see an obese kid and we yell at them and call them names. That's not the way to do it. I mean, last week I put like 30 kids under the age of 18 on food programs, telling them like, "Oh, are you getting bored with this conversation?"
No. I was actually thinking
it's like
it was nice.
I'll say, "Okay."
I think this is the most honest you've ever been.
Yeah, no fried foods for 30 days.
Right.
Red meat once a week. Portions. I write everything down.
What did you have for breakfast today?
I had a little Raisin Bran because I had to get
move your bowels. How many times a day do you move your bowels?
Oh my!
Seriously.
Now we're getting too personal.
You don't want me to come over there, and then you talk about my bowels. Okay.
This is how he gets.
No. I don't want to hug.
Wait. Does Howard want to see you? Does Howard not want to see you?
I want to thank Richard Simmons for coming in. I want to say, wait, no. For more information, Richard, I don't want to hug.
Did you see Jurassic Park?
Let me thank you first of all, and tell people for more information on the Richard Simmons.
What is Richard there for? What is he there for?
Let me do this. On the Richard Simmons project, Hope.
Okay, and you can go to the website.
What?
HopeUnlimited.org.
Hope
and
Unlimited.
That's where I'm building the wells and everything.
Good for you. And RichardSimmons.com is another place.
You know what? You're not aging.
No, I refuse.
No, I'm being serious, Howard.
Aren't you nice? Thank you.
Just a minute.
I don't want to kiss you.
I didn't ask you to kiss me.
Yeah, but you're moving in like you want to kiss.
I want to look more into your eyes, because when I'm in your eyes, it's just an ocean of love.
Oh, that is just so silly. That is so
Okay, when you're with your wife, do you say romantic things?
Yeah.
Like what?
I said something romantic to her. I said, the other day, I said, thank you for marrying me.
Okay, I asked her if I could do a charity event with your wife, and you laughed in my face the last time. I don't like people to laugh in my face. Do you want to find?
Wait.
Do you want to find a dead? Do you want to find a dead horse in your bed like The Godfather?
Can I just say something? You're spitting all over me. You must calm down.
Okay.
All right, listen, Richard. Thank you for coming. I'm so glad you came. No, don't touch my hands.
Okay, here.
Thank you. No, don't touch my scarf. Don't touch my shirt. Don't touch anything on me because I don't want to smell like your perfume all day.
I don't have perfume on.
You do.
I took a shower.
No,
I have.
Perfume.
Maybe the soap had a little.
I just want to say thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah.
And I wish you luck.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you. And I wish you luck with Project Hope. All right?
I want you to say one little romantic thing to me.
All right. Okay.
No, see, just a little something. It has to be long.
I told you I like you. You're a good guy. All right?
That's not enough.
That's it.
No, that's not enough.
Stop it. Stop
just
it.
One, I'll leave.
You have coffee breath.
I didn't drink coffee. Okay, listen to me. Look, I'm not going to touch you.
We're too close.
Okay, all right. Well, how's this?
All right, thank you.
Wait, how's this?
No, right. Stop it. All right, I'm going to end this now.
Is this uncomfortable?
Yes, it's uncomfortable.
No, just say something romantic to me.
All right, I think you're a very good person. I really,
That's not
truly
romantic.
do. I think you're a great guy.
What about my face?
What about it?
I'm saying...
What am I going to say about that face?
Go ahead.
That fabulous face.
Don't say any... Oh, no, I know what you were going to say.
What?
No, I know, and that would be hurtful.
What?
We've been getting along so well right now. Why?
All right, I'm going to say something romantic, okay? You want something romantic? I'll give it to you. You have beautiful balls. I wish I could tongue your balls. All right? You want to get romantic? Let's go. I wish I could.
That was so unnecessary.
What?
I'm not.
You just said let's do something
romantic. Come in here and you say those things too.
I wish I could take my tongue and run it up your balls.
Gary,
is that romantic enough?
Just say something sweet about
what?
it.
Do you think that's romantic, Gary?
I do.
Yeah.
I wish somebody
You're
would.
in trouble.
I wish somebody would say that about my balls.
What did you think of what I said to you? Does that turn you on?
I think it was horrifying and disgusting.
Why? You wouldn't like that?
Yeah, let me ask you.
That is not wrong. You said you wanted something.
Maybe 15 or 20 minutes more therapy.
No, stop. I'm going to say something nice. Okay. You have a happy face, and I like that. Okay? All right. That's it.
Can I have one little kiss? Can
What?
you act like
Are
you
you
just...
insane? Stop
Wait,
it.
can
I don't want to kiss you.
Okay.
All
Wait,
right.
can I have a little
I want to thank Richard.
Can I have a handshake?
A what?
A handshake.
No.
Would a friendly hello
He can give you a fist bump.
Shut up.
Want a fist bump? A friendly fist bump? No. Don't touch my hand like that. Stop it. You're killing me. You're killing me.
It really hurts.
You're going to make the break like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just say this. What if I just lick your hand?
No. Richard, I do love you. Get over there. Get over there.
And now Planet of the Apes.
Richard Simmons, everybody. And please go to richardsimmons.com and go to... What?
Project Hope Unlimited.
Project Hope
to
Unlimited.
Help me with our children.
All right, we'll be back right after these words. The great Richard Simmons. And thank you, Richard, for being here. I love it. I love you.
Sal, you've shown your schlong to so many people over the years. Where does this rank? I mean, what's going through?
Number one. It was amazing. What a great feeling.
Are you a little upset that you watched the
two greatest moments in my life is when my children were born and showing my penis to Richard Simmons. I feel so good. And I kissed him.
Are you regretful that you didn't have more schmegma on you this time?
No, this was fine. This was just enough. And I've never had a masculine man like a macho man, look at my penis and throw something at it. It was pretty wild.
I'm going to the bathroom. Do you have to come to the bathroom?
Well, I just wanted to hear what Dick Simmons thinks about Howard Stern.
I love Howard. If he was not married, I would marry him. There you go. I would just marry him. I love him. I can't think of too many people I can say that about.
Curious to hear from him.
How's he doing, man?
How's he doing?
What happened?
I mean, Jinx.
How are those clubs doing?
Yeah.
What's going on? I mean, I'm hearing too many disturbing things. I'm losing faith in you, brother.
Yeah, well, what happened, Howard, was I went away for a while.
What do you mean you went away?
Here's the story. Captain Jinx has
the whole story.
Well, let me first just update people because they might not know what to do. Captain Jinx, of course, is the phony phone call guy. You know, we like him and all that. He's been making phony phone calls for years, and we play him here on the show. Then he started a little business where he'd show up at these bars.
And he's been doing it for years.
And do like Howard Stern Trivia Night and all these things. So...
around Philly.
He would sign contracts with these bars. Next thing I know, the guy has stiffed about 20 bars, I don't know, 10 bars, I don't know how many.
Is something going on in his life now? Because he's been doing this for a long time, and we never heard anything bad.
So we started,
and then all of a sudden...
we started to get a lot of letters from bars saying that Captain Jinx was guaranteeing them mentions and guaranteeing them that he's going to show up and do a trivia night, and then they'd give him money, and then he wouldn't show up.
Right, somehow he was getting paid up front.
And I refused to believe it. But now I do believe it because I've seen too much evidence against Captain Jinx and gotten too many letters.
You've seen the evidence.
Yeah, Jinx. I mean, really. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, pal, but that's not cool.
Howard, was it was basically a situation where I was chugging along. I mean, but I also had addiction problems.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, basically what happened, it came down to, first of all...
What are you addicted to? You have no money.
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
Well, you have to understand something, Howard. There's no... I have my preference, you know what I'm saying, but it wasn't about preference. If you have an addiction problem...
Jinx, you're being very cryptic. What are you addicted to?
Well, my preference was prescription painkillers.
Okay.
All right? But if you're an addict to everything. You can't just stop one or the other. You just stop it all.
Right. So what were you doing?
I was doing prescription painkillers.
Okay. But you said you were doing it all. So what else were you doing?
Well, prescription painkillers, drinking, stuff like that.
What, Jax, I remember a few years ago you called the show and you'd said you had just taken an Oxycontin and you wondered if I ever did because it made you feel incredible.
Exactly.
Do you remember saying that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Did it start before then or after that? Because it made it sound like you just took one and were high.
It was going on for a while.
Uh-huh. And is that what you were...
Obviously, that type of lifestyle will catch up with you. And what was happening was then my car went, and, I mean, rent gets, not paid and this and that.
Well, that's like, Chris Rock told Howard, if Arty's really fucked up, if you fire him, he'll be broke in 3 months. But so what were you buying, man? You were buying Vicodins and Oxys and all that shit?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I don't understand. You're saying now that you got so strung out you couldn't pay. You were buying so many pills you couldn't pay your rent.
Couldn't pay my rent. I'm just saying.
Did you lose your job?
Everything's gone. Today's the last place that I'm in my house. As of today.
You mean you can't? Wait a second. You can't be on OxyContin and work at a gas station?
Well, you can't be an addict and continue. It has to stop.
Here's what happened, Howard. All that shit, that's all heroin. It's just in pill form. It's opiate.
Exactly.
So you get addicted to it like you get addicted to heroin. That's how I started.
But you think you'd be able to keep a garage job.
But what happens is, in other words, first you need 10 to get high. Then you need 20. Then without 20, you're not even high. You're sick.
Right.
You're in withdrawal. So then you need 25 just to feel normal. And then you want to be high again because you're an addict. So then there's no stopping it. So you'll start stealing from everywhere. And
Arty understands perfectly.
So first you got to go through withdrawals, and then you got to go to detox. Did you get Subutex, or is that too expensive for you? That's probably too expensive for you.
Well, see, that's the thing.
So wait a second. I don't mean to keep interrupting, but let me stay on topic here. So how did you get into this whole thing with stiffing all these bars? Like, why didn't you just show up and do the bar appearance and get more money?
Well, the first thing that goes is my car.
Yeah.
And so you can't get to her.
So what I tried to do was rent a car every week, so that I could at least get to the appearances. And by doing that, that's opens up a whole nother can of worms. Whereas, you got to pay a lot of money to rent a car for a week.
I could paint an exact picture of what he was doing. Probably he because what happens is when you feel all right, you make plans. I'll be there. And then, I don't know, this is the genius part of this. I don't know how in the fuck he got these bars to pay him in advance. I mean, I do stand-up and,
you have to wait.
with the most legit people, and they don't want to send you something in advance. So, I don't know. That's the genius part. But anyway, he somehow gets them to send him money. Then he blows it with pills, and then when the time comes to do the gig, he's strung out or he can't make it.
It shows you what a bright guy he is, that he can get this business going and get money in advance, but he doesn't want to apply it to work. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the bottom line, what it came to is, nobody really knew. I didn't tell anybody. But what it came down to is I finally did go to people that were in my life that were, family, close friends, explain the situation, and basically what happened was it was like an intervention, and I went away to rehab.
Now, do you owe Steve Langford an apology?
No, he's still mad at Steve.
Why? Steve was telling the truth.
Yeah, but look, you don't want the truth to be known.
No, the thing with Steve was the whole Steve thing was it was a catalyst. I mean, it initially turned out that I missed one or two. But then it got worse as the result went on because,
Jinx, you're still in a bit of a denial. I mean,
no, because I'm saying I couldn't get bookings.
Well,
that's not true because you had Jinx. I know because we saw like 8 or 9 people before you went to rehab that were bookings that you didn't show up to, and I can't believe. So you got those bookings and you didn't make it there.
Right. Yeah. So Jinx.
Right, but,
so here's the question. So now you're telling me you're homeless?
Yeah, Howard. Jinx is getting out today. Right?
No, I'm homeless, but I'm sober.
He's getting out today, but he has nowhere to go. He lost the place that he was living, and he was telling me for whatever reasons he can't go live with his parents, so he's probably going to end up in one of those sober houses.
How come you can't live with your parents?
Well, Howard, they're not in the best of health, and they're retired, and it's not a situation where it's not an option.
How do you have money for a sober house?
You don't have money for that. I mean, you just got to do what you got to do to make it. I know I'm going to go to meetings today.
But how do you go to a sober house if you don't have money to pay for a sober house?
you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
We don't know what you're saying.
He
doesn't have to pay for it.
He does not know. I spoke to him earlier this morning. He doesn't know where he will be sleeping tonight. Is that right, Jinx?
That's correct.
But initially, I don't think you have to pay for a sober house initially.
Right. You got to do your best.
Where are you right now?
Well, this is my last morning here.
Oh man.
So
that's rough.
I don't even have any heat in my house. I mean, you know.
Can't he move into your screening room, Gary, with the bar and the?
If you move one of the stools, could Jinx be one of the stools?
So Jinx, you got to go get a job.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Well, where's he going to work, though? I mean,
Gas station.
He's got, you know, like a bad reputation. He can't get a recommendation now.
Which is why he might be mad at Steve Langford. But anyway,
I just want to ask Jinx a question. We figured out that there's like 8 or 9 appearances that you didn't show up to. So where did that money go to your habit, or where did that money go to?
Well, renting cars. I was chugging along, and like I told you, Gary.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. You were making enough money where in the past you were making a profit. So now you got that money and you go to the appearances. How did you lose it all?
Oh, it all goes to the pills, sure.
He says he was chugging along, but he was chugging along stiffing people.
Yeah, right. He'd start doing nasty shit. Hey, where would you get the pills? From a dealer? Would you try to scam like pharmacy shit? Like how would you get the pills?
I never scammed a pharmacy, but you can get anything off the street, Arty.
Yeah, but how much were you paying for it?
It gets expensive.
How much is one Oxycontin?
Well, I mean, on the street, you can get it for something like $20, $30, $40.
$40 a pill.
A pill, yeah.
Wow.
So those are 10 pills. That's one appearance.
See, that's the thing. That's why people graduate. See, I never graduated to heroin, but that probably my therapist at the rehabilitation center said that would have been my next step.
Yeah, but that probably would have been a good move for you.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense to go on heroin.
Better for your liver.
Economically, it's a good idea.
What? And now, for like were you taking 30 milligram Oxycontins?
80s.
Oh my God! And so you would need 10 80s a day, type of thing.
Something like 6.
Yeah. Wow, 80 milligrams. That's 400 milligrams.
But the bottom line is here.
Did you ever resort to like blowing guys to get money?
No, never happened.
Good.
All right.
But the bottom
right
line
size
here is that I just wanted to, I clean myself up and sober up, and what I'm doing now is just trying to get myself back on my feet.
All right, good.
And I want everybody to know that I had appearances with. I'll do the appearances. I'll do whatever I got to do to make it up.
You will honor your appearances.
It was never my intention to not show up.
You're a good man, Jinx. I'm pulling for you.
I'm just doing my best to get everything back on my feet again.
Yeah,
all right.
All right. Prescription pills are bad shit.
It's just I go to meetings all the time and stuff like that. And
well, I had no idea you were struggling with this, but I am very, very.
Nobody did.
I'm very, very happy to hear from you because I was worried about you, and I'm glad that you're straightening out your life. All right.
Thanks,
Jinx. I may have
Keep it on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, Jinx. I may have to call a station and say that you're dead and see if they'll report it, like you did with me, because now it looks like you have the same problem, don't you?
They have the death pull on me.
Jinx is a good guy.
I can relate what you were going through by listening to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you for relating to it back then by calling a news station and saying I'm dead.
I never did that.
It sounds to me like Jinx has hit rock bottom.
This is what they call it, Howard. Yes, when you've lost everything, that's a bottom.
No. Blowing a guy, that's going to be rock bottom. And he says he hasn't done that.
With Jinx, now he's going to be on the comeback trail. I hope when he hits the heights again, when he's on top like he used to be. When
Doesn't need to celebrate.
When he was working at the gas station and making these bar appearances. I hope when he hits the heights again, he doesn't let this get to his head.
Because remember,
there was never a gas station.
Oh, really?
What did you do?
See, well, the thing is any place that I worked didn't want me to come out and say that who I was.
Right.
Oh.
So they say if you it would be a situation where if you ever say where you work on the show, then you're going to lose your job by the next day.
Oh, so you didn't work it again.
So I would say that just so that I wouldn't lose my job.
So
but what was your profession?
Well, I basically did any jobs that were around.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, but
okay.
you're indicating that you were employed steadily by someone because they got mad at you. Who was that person?
I mean,
no.
What,
I just want
what
to know
type of? Were you a school principal? What was your real occupation?
Actually, at one time, I worked for. I don't even know if I should say this. I worked for U.S. Healthcare.
Oh.
And I was basically told if you ever say I was called into the office of like the president of the company, and I didn't know why. And he said, if you ever say where you work, then that's it.
I'll tell you how brilliant this guy is. You see, here's a guy.
He won't tell us what he does. He's still not having.
This is what
done.
he worked for the CIA, obviously. One of the things that is
that's
the
what I'm
reason
thinking.
I got to tell you how brilliant this guy is. Here's a guy that used to, he'd get through to every major news organization and make these phony phone calls. He was the night Bob Hope died. Who was on CNN as his longtime writer?
Oh, I love that call.
Captain Jinx. That's one of his best. And it shows you he's a genius. I've said for years, once in a while you meet like flim-flam guys who scheme. They can never have a straight job. If
And
they
they're
did,
brilliant.
They're brilliant. Criminal mind. Now, I'm not saying that Jinx is a criminal. But he's one of these guys. He's so brilliant with these phony phone calls and things. And
the way he would set it up, sometimes he'd have multiple phone calls,
Right.
all kinds of things.
And I got to figure there's a place for this guy if he could just straighten his life out because he's a bright guy.
There is a place. It's called the Sober House.
Well, all right. Well, you know what I mean. After
I
the
really
sober
would
house.
love to know what he did, like what kind of skills he has, but he won't.
What kind of what?
No skills.
Skills.
He doesn't have any skills.
You tell his skills are phony
Skills.
phone calls. He's a con man. Hey, Jinx, did you go through withdrawals on your own? You just got through it on your own?
Yeah, well, when you go through rehab, what they do is they kind of wean you off over the day.
Oh, so you had medication.
Process.
Yeah, he had medication.
And I've even considered methadone clinics and stuff like that. But then you also have to figure if you do that, then you're just substituting one drug for another.
No, you get addicted to methadone.
Right. So I'm trying to do it just with nothing at all, and just go to the meetings, and the meetings help.
I'll tell you what, Jinx, to get you back on your feet, I'm going to give you $500 cash courtesy of Sex Drive on DVD. It's ruder, cruder, and neuter
Then what?
than anything.
Oh.
Own the unrated cream-filled edition of Sex Drive on DVD and Blu-ray tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I've seen Sex Drive. It's a funny movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, I watched it. And the and the unrated version is real good because just in the middle of the movie, they just have naked chicks walking around. Like you'll be in the middle of a
It
scene.
doesn't have anything to do with the scene?
Nothing. and just all of a sudden, there's a naked girl waving.
Just they cut it in.
I love that.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like if they put Spider-Man in every movie just so you could say hi to you. Anyway, okay, Captain Jinx, here's $500 for you.
I appreciate that.
All right, you're welcome. And
If I had an address for you to send it to, that'd be great.
well, we'll figure out a way to get it to you.
Yeah, I know. I could, have it sent to my family or something.
All right, hold on.
He would appreciate a wire.
So, Gary, are you surprised by Captain Jenks' revelation today that he's been on drugs?
No, I knew there was something wrong when I spoke to him like 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe like a month ago. I told Howard he's all agitated and was just acting weird, and I thought there was something wrong with him then. I didn't know it was drugs, but I had a suspicion that it might be.
Now, are there going to be any repercussions because, he's using the Howard Stern show's name by getting these gigs?
Well,
is Howard going to cut him off or anything?
I don't, but we don't have him on in the sense that, like, he doesn't even get to come on the show and plug.
True.
He hasn't plugged anything on the show in over 2 years, so, he sort of does his own thing. I'm not happy about the fact because I think that people who work hard and have a business shouldn't lose money to a guy who's doing it in the name of the show, but I really have no real control over him, so he'll have to regain everybody's trust and see if he can go back to doing it again. But, we'll probably have him back on the show, have him in, and he can explain exactly what was going on, and then Howard could decide what to do from there.
Listen, we're reporting the story, but the Stern Show was initially contacted by bar owners. We then got contacted by a lot of bar owners. And the story is really in response to all these people who claim that they were hoodwinked and that Captain Jinx took the money and did not show up for these appearances. Now, as you remember, a month and a half ago, Captain Jinx was on the air on the Stern Show saying, Langford's lying. This isn't true. How dare he? Well, again, if we go in that studio with a news story, it's solid. You can bank on it.
You had your facts. Yes,
we don't go in there unless we have our facts.
Lisa G, speaking of her, here she is with some headlines, and then I have to get to about a million things.
Howard 100 News spoke to Sam Simon over the break, who was with Arty Lang in Las Vegas on a taping of Sam's new TV show for the Playboy channel called Sam's Game.
I fit a lot of Vegas into 40 hours.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Did you do
I didn't
drugs?
fall off the wagon.
No?
But
No drinking?
I shacked up with a broad and I gambled quite a bit.
Did you
now,
drink?
is this a paid girl?
No. This is actually a girl. Well, it's a girl who used to be paid.
She doesn't charge you anymore?
This is, I'll tell
She
you,
sees a future with you?
I might fall in love. I might be falling in love with a hooker.
Is that true?
I really do enjoy this girl's company. But
wow. You know what?
Where'd
I'm going
he
to tell
go?
you something.
She's a real person.
I'm going to tell you
like,
something.
a lot of people think whores aren't real people.
Can I tell you something? I know
perfect
a
for you.
couple of very famous people. I've heard about this.
Yeah.
And I've met them. Who have gorgeous wives.
Right.
Who supposedly they were call girls. And and girls that you would high priced.
I know a couple of names of celebrities that would blow your mind.
Yeah,
Chicks.
you too, right?
Really?
No, girls
They're-
who were call girls. I don't know if they're married.
You're
now.
right.
They're celebrities in their own right now.
Right. And and what I'm telling you is, I know of guys who are famous who have hot wives.
Right.
They married their call girl, their escort.
Right.
What they do is they sort of clean up their background. They don't, they don't ever
They get
mention
the
it.
police records.
Well, I fucked that
erased
over
and all
already.
that.
Yeah, you fucked that. But the fact of the matter is, it's not the most unheard of thing.
I don't think it's happening. She has kids, and
Oh.
she lives in all the way across the country. But I do it. Listen,
But you want a family.
I care for this.
You
girl.
tell me
Put it-
you
put
don't
it
you
this
don't
way,
you
I-
don't have to pay her at all. Did you give her gifts?
No.
Do you ever say to
I
her?
I don't have to do anything. No.
But do you end up giving her something anyway?
Not this time.
Right.
I was down money. But if I win money, I'll give her something. Like a dealer.
Right. A tip.
Like a blackjack
good luck
dealer.
tip.
No, I never cash anymore. That's a little gauche.
So you went to
A
Vegas.
gift.
You went out to Vegas. Sam Simon has a new TV show where
Yeah.
he gambles, plays cards, and you sat at the table with Norm and a couple other guys.
Right. Okay. It was me. It was Norm. It was David Tell. It was Jeff Ross, and it was Playboy Playmates. I sat next to most of the time. I sat next to Brandy Roderick, who is
gorgeous,
the hottest chick I think I've ever seen in my life.
Now, what's she doing? Is she playing?
She's playing poker.
She can play.
So, but here's the funny thing
What does
about
she wear when she plays poker?
She's wearing this like sequin-looking top and real tight black pants, and then they had all these I got 3 phone numbers of Playboy chicks who were serving us.
You mean
like bunnies?
And you were able to get their phone numbers?
Oh yeah, texted them and everything. I got a
Well,
gig.
he's a
I
big
got
star on the show.
I got a gig at the Hard Rock Cafe in Vegas, June 27th, and 3 of them are coming.
Do you
It's
think
a slam dunk.
Do you think really? Do you think
It's a
they're
slam
interested in
dunk.
sex?
What do you mean?
I know. Well, a couple of them, it's a slam dunk.
Are these girls who appeared in Playboy magazine in the pages?
They're bunnies. They served us food. I don't know.
So they're
yeah, a
bunnies.
couple of them did.
But they were in the magazine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
high
yeah,
level
yeah.
printing. Yes.
I mean, you're talking. This one might be the hottest chick I've ever seen in my life. This girl from Michigan.
And you got her number, and maybe there's gonna be
Yeah.
romance.
She's very sweet.
All right. So you go to the TV show taping. You play cards for what, charity?
And Ralph was there too.
Ralph is
Okay,
there.
Ralph. So Ralph.
Ralph
I
and the
don't
hot
know.
chick at the table?
Look, I don't know I don't know the details. Okay.
How does
But
Ralph end up?
I was told. I was told that Sam flew Ralph out first class.
Wow.
Gave him, and now we stayed at the Palms, which is a beautiful hotel. The Palms has a brand new tower that is all just luxury. It's not,
Not a
it's-
casino
You know how at
hotel.
the Hard Rock sometimes you could hear the casino going on all
Yeah,
night?
yeah.
This is for people who don't want to hear all that shit. So they put Norm and Attell and myself and Ralph up in these huge suites. I had a view of the whole city. It was gorgeous.
And Ralph had a nice suite as well.
Ralph told me he had the same suite I had.
Wow.
And he got flown out there first class, and he was there all week. And he was playing in the game like it was celebrity. It was all comedians.
And Ralph.
Playboy, centerfolds, and Ralph was there. I mean,
Now, does Ralph sit at the table, and is he part of the taping
Yeah.
of the TV show? So he is a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. And he's
Now, there were-
billed as Ralph from the Howard Stern show?
He's billed as Ralph Sorrell. That's what I saw on my thing. I don't
All
know.
right, okay.
So here's the funny thing about Sam. Now we're playing on the Playboy channel.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a TV show, and all of us, like I said, exactly what you just said. It's for charity, right? Or whatever. Or just for fun and stuff. Dave Attell thought that too.
Sure.
So at the end of one round of play, I wasn't here for this round. Attell lost $1,000 or whatever.
Okay.
So at the end, some guy comes up to Attell and says, "So you owe Sam $1,000."
What?
Wait a minute.
You mean
Wait
you're
a minute. Are you serious?
You're doing Sam a favor.
You're doing his TV show.
Right, but if you lose money to him, he could lose money to you, and you could lose money to him. But Sam is billed as a professional poker player, as is Norm Macdonald.
Right.
So there would be an advantage there. And there's also professional, but Jennifer Tilly played too.
And she's a pro.
And her husband, Phil, this guy who's a pro.
You mean to tell me Dave loses $1,000 and they say you owe Sam $1,000?
It gets so much better.
Okay.
So the next day, now I'm playing with Attell, okay?
Yeah.
And Attell goes, "Did you know this isn't for charity? Like I owe Sam $1,000." and I went, you know what? Knowing Sam, that doesn't surprise me, but I would have had to been told that it's for charity.
Yeah.
Because they give you $500 to start. That's
Okay.
your money.
Right.
And you also get paid $1,600 for being on the show.
Oh, okay. So Attell is working for nothing.
But Sam knows. But Sam knows the kind of people he's with. So, but like we told Norm and you, if you want more than $500, Sam will loan it to you.
Loan it to you.
Right, and then of course, if
What's
you
the
lose,
interest rate on that?
there's no interest rate. But if you lose more than what you borrowed, you owe him that money.
Well, if he is a supposed expert player,
he's a professional.
If he's a professional poker player, why would I want to go on his TV show, help him out,
lose money to him,
and lose
you're a
money
degenerate
to him?
gambler?
Yeah, I guess so.
So this is what happened. So I said, "How much you giving me?" $500. I said, "Well, I need way more than that."
Sure.
I said, "Give me $5,000." So the guy immediately, like a loan shark, goes, "Absolutely." Sign Arty up for $5,000. He gives me $5,000 in chips. Now, the start of the TV show that has me and Attell and Norm at it, Sam opens the show by completely humiliating Attell and going, "Listen, on camera, Dave didn't know that he really owes me money, so Dave has to give me $1,000 and then we'll start." So now Attell on the TV show is taking out his wallet.
Dave doesn't have $1,000.
Well, Attell's got the money, but he says, "Thanks, Sam. Well, I didn't know we were going to do this on the air." So he takes the money out of his wallet. He gives the guy, Sam's producer / bitch, I don't know, gives the guy the money, and then Attell buys in for another $1,000. Me and Norm each buy in for $5,000.
Oh my God!
So now here's the rub here that I get pissed off with. It's also a TV show.
Sure.
Okay, so now Sam, Norm, myself, and Attell are all at the table. Sam wants the show to be funny, okay?
Right.
So there's also 2 Playboy Playmates there. So now who do you think the funny falls on there?
You.
Right, of course.
And
Me and
Attell.
Norm, right. But Sam and Norm are such crazy card players. They're concentrating on the game.
They're not being funny.
Okay, so now me and Attell are looking at each other. Every time I started making jokes, and I would throw in when I didn't really have a good hand to be funny and stuff, and I was doing shit that I thought would be entertaining.
Right.
But at the end, you lose money, and it's like, okay, you're being funny. Sam wasn't being funny.
Right. He was making money.
Right. He was making money, I guess. And then me and Norm started doing some stuff. We were trying to be
Let me
funny.
get to the bottom line for
So
a
there's
second.
2 different things going on here. There's a poker game
Yeah.
for real money, or are we trying to entertain people? Because I can't concentrate on both things at the same time.
Absolutely not.
So,
well, why are you feeling all this pressure?
I started getting a little pissed off, and I started playing for real. I
Okay.
started really getting into it. So now at one point I was up $11,000.
But you know what this is like? This is like being asked to do a guest starring role on, let's say, ER.
Right.
And then being charged a hospital bill. I mean, I never heard of a show like this. But although I have to hand it to Sam, it is a reality show. You're really playing for real.
It's like doing Letterman, and at the end of Letterman goes, "Listen, I'm a pro pool shooter. You want to shoot pool for me?"
Right. Yeah, I mean, all right, so anyway, you start
now
to
I'm
play
in the
for
game
real.
now. But me and Attell, we're casual poker players. Me and Attell are now in a game with a Playboy Playmate who's hot as hell, which is very distracting.
Now,
and
is she-
3 professional poker players.
Is the Playmate putting up her own money? Brandy
Yeah, but
Roderick has that kind of buy-in?
No, she just took the $500 from the game, and she would. You get $500.
Is Sam really going to take her money too?
I don't know if he did, but she didn't have any chips in front of her at the end of the night. But listen, if you only bet the $500, you don't lose anything.
Right.
I lost, we lost because I put an extra $5,000 in because I wanted to, play like a real thing. So now I'm up $11,000.
Wow.
At the end of the first round. So if we stop there, that would have been it. But they take a dinner break and we do a second round.
Okay.
Now, they send me out into the fucking casino with, I'm like, fuck it. I started really gambling. I'm playing craps. And then, so I go up to my room and I call this broad. And the producer of the show says, look, you got to come back down and do the second round because, like it's a TV show.
Right.
So I'm like, all right. So I go back down, and I win the first couple of hands, and then me and Norm get involved with this hand. Now, Norm is a really good poker player, all right? And I've played poker with him for years, but I kind of know, like, I'm not going to say he has a tell, but I kind of know when he's got a hand, I think. Because Norm is great at making an I don't give a shit face about everything.
Right.
So it comes down between me and Norm and whatever you got. I mean, so many people know about poker now, but I had a pair of kings with, like, a queen high.
Okay.
That's all I had after the flop with everything in beginning. So me and Norm start gambling, and I can tell by the last card, the river card, that he doesn't have anything.
Right.
But so I bet a lot of money. He bets a lot of money, and then I go all in to end this one round with Norm. On the river, the last card, Norm gets a flush, an ace-side flush.
yeah.
Okay, so and it looks like he played it perfectly, and I'm like, oh, so I'm making jokes about it. Again, there's cameras all over you, like, be funny or do something. So I lost probably all 11,000 on that hand.
Wow.
I buy in for another 5. Okay. So we finish out the last couple hours, and I ended up down money. I ended up down like $8,000. I think Attell won money. Norm must have been up, and Sam was up money, I'm sure. But the second round, Jennifer Tilly stayed. Me and Jennifer Tilly did a movie together. So the whole time we're telling stories about the movie.
Well, can you leave the game? Let's say you're winning, and you say, like a real poker game, I want to leave.
Not until you finish
take my money and go.
Well, what if you're losing and look, Brandy Roderick
Then
has
you
to keep
can go
buying
out.
in?
They have people that just, the first playmate dropped out in 10 seconds.
Right.
She lost her money.
Okay.
And then Brandy sat down. So she was sitting right next to me. I keep ordering food from the waitresses. Like, there's a lot of distractions going on. So at the end of the game, Sam closes everything. Sam has a catchphrase, too, by the way.
Oh, what's his catchphrase?
I go, what's your catchphrase? He goes, watch, you'll love it. So Sam looks, that arrogant Sam, he looks at the camera and goes, okay, we had a big excitement here, a couple of big hands. I think Arty's down some money. This is Sam Simon. Remember, it's just a game.
Remember, it's just a game.
Because he's
It's all
got
a game.
all the money.
Right. So now here's the funny part. The producer comes up to me, the guy who's going to tell me how much I owe Sam now.
Right.
At the end of the night, and I'm aggravated. Sam's trying to close the show, and I just go in back of him every time and fuck it up, going, I lost money to the guy who created the fucking Simpsons. I said, yeah, you got to kill me to get that money. I'm not fucking sending you this money, but I pay my debts, whatever.
What?
So I'm figuring out. I'm trying to count to figure out how much I'm down. But this guy who produces the show, he knows. He's keeping track. He knows everything. He comes up to me and real casually off camera says, listen, we did the math. Okay, listen. You owe Sam $8,010. But I'll tell you what. Let's call it $8,000.
Oh, isn't that nice?
He's going to
He
throw
lets you
in
go?
the 10.
He lets you go the 10?
$8,010.
Wow.
And then he goes, but I'll tell you what. Let's call it $8,000.
You know what? That's a mensch.
So now I leave the table. I owe Sam $8,000.
Right.
I go up to him, and Sam comes to me and goes, thank you so much for doing this. Because, look, we had a vacation. Vegas is fun.
Right.
But I had stand-up the weekend before and the weekend after vacation. I might have done something else.
Right.
Right.
And besides lose $8,000 to Sam.
There's a broad I'm kind of seeing. I might have went to, like, I don't know. I was thinking about
Take
going
her
to
on vacation.
Oh, yeah, something like that. So I'm not seeing this bro. We're committed.
So what did you do? Did you write him a check for $8,000?
So I go up to Sam and I say, listen, it was great being here. He goes, thank you so much. It was a big favor. I know you're on vacation, blah, blah, blah. And I say, yeah, Sam, no, don't worry about it. You're welcome. I'm glad to do this for you. So where do I send the $8,000 I owe you?
So have you
and
paid
I thought
him yet?
maybe Sam was going to go, come on, it's a TV show. You help me out here. You're on the show. Sam goes, well, mail me a check.
Mail me a check.
Yeah.
That's it.
But wait a minute, so...
What a story.
I want to know if Ralph loses money if he's got to pay Sam. If that fucker ain't paying Sam, I ain't paying Sam.
Yeah, because
How's
you
that fucking sound?
you don't get the $1,600.
No, I do. They send me that's union shit.
Then you have to send it right back.
Well, no, I get a check like if I appeared on a TV show, that gets sent to my accountant, the $1,600. But I got to send of my own personal money, 8 G's to Sam.
That's what I'm saying. You worked for nothing.
Dominic, you're
Worked for
on the air. What's
nothing.
up?
It cost me 6 G's.
Dominic
I
Barber.
don't get something, Artie. How can a private individual lend money to people in Las Vegas to gamble? It's against the law. You can't.
No. Sam, you don't understand. It's like the guy said, how much do you want from like Sam's game? The show. The casino was loaning me the money. But when we sit down at the table, it's legal to gamble in Las Vegas. We were gambling. We were playing poker.
Who are you mailing the $8,000 to?
The game, the show.
Not to the casino.
No.
I don't know. I'm mailing it to the show or the casino. I don't know, one of the two. I'm not mailing it to Sam personally, but I lost money to the show. I lost money to something. I guess I lost money to the casino.
I think you realize that that's, of course, not legal to have a show where they lend you money and you pay them back.
He's saying that they do it through the casino.
No, Sam, Dominic, they said to me, the casino can front you money if you want.
Right.
And I got fronted money. That's what I did.
It sounds like it couldn't possibly be legal to even have a show that lends you money that you then pay.
Hey, is the $8,000?
I got $5,000.
I'm sure whatever they're doing, they've looked into.
I got $5,000 in chips from the show. They made up chips. There were Palms chips. We were playing at the Palms. You know, I don't know what kind of deal. I don't know what kind of deal they have. All I know is I taped a TV show and I lost $8,000.
But no individual can open up in a casino their own gambling casino or bet.
Dominic, it's obvious they're playing at a casino.
Right.
Yeah, we're saying we're in the Hef Suite at the casino. Yeah.
And that you're getting it's the same when you get a marker from a casino. And now Arty owes $8,000. Probably Sam was paid already from the game, and now he owes money to the casino.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sam can explain it. The bottom line is, I taped a TV show, and I owe people money.
Yeah, I don't want to get caught up in that, but it sounds like the $8,000 at least is a tax write-off. Maybe, possibly because you were taping a TV show.
I don't know.
I don't know that that's the case.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Howard Stern could open up in a casino the Howard Stern game, have people play, make a profit or a loss, and film it.
No. No, Dominic.
That's not what happened.
This is the way I understand it. You go to a casino and say, we want to tape a TV show.
Right.
Which is a poker game.
Right.
The casino, as you know, has poker dealers.
Right.
And you go there and you buy in.
Right.
Now, how you buy in is up to you. You can say to the casino, I want to have a marker, which is essentially what it sounds like Arty has done here. He has said, look, I don't have the money with me right now. I want to take out a loan. You know, I want to take out money. At the end of the game, whoever wins the chips goes in and cashes out. Now, Arty owes money to the casino. That's how it works in it. You can go anywhere in a casino in Vegas and play poker.
Listen, here's the thing. Sam might have been doing this for charity, but we weren't told that. Sam is a very charitable guy.
Right.
And I'm sure that's what he was doing. But my point is, it wasn't, to me and Dave Attell, it was obviously, it wasn't made clear what was happening, that we're playing with real money.
But once it was made clear, you bought in anyway.
Of course. I mean, you know, but
right.
Well,
listen.
he's there with a camera in front of him. He can't look like
I'm in Las Vegas. There's hot chicks around. I'm shaking. Yeah, give me money to gamble with.
And you're telling me...
I'm sure knowing Sam as wonderful as he is and charitable is, that he didn't do anything intentionally, but I don't believe that a casino can have another organization front like that.
Right. You're not listening to what Howard was saying.
Dominic, you're not following. But it's okay. Listen, I got to go.
I'm telling a story. I doubt, and obviously it's a funny story. I lost money. I doubt Sam did anything wrong.
No, I know he did.
But maybe it all went to charity in the end anyway. But it is
Arty
hilarious.
wasn't in on the deal. He doesn't know how it's structured.
But so afterwards...
That wasn't the point of the story, to find out whether it's legal or not. Yeah. We're assuming the legalities have been checked into. Thank you, Dominic.
Believe me, there was nothing but law enforcement officials.
Let me understand something. So you're telling me you didn't drink, you didn't do any drugs?
Not even close.
Wow.
You just lost money.
And so anyway, so at the end, I was going to fly home. We finished playing the last game at about 3 a.m., and I was going to fly. And then afterwards, me and Jeff Ross and a couple other people, and Ralph, Jeff Ross and Ralph went up to the Playboy suite to watch them shoot the beginning of the show.
Right.
The beginning of the show is this insane Playboy suite in the Palms. It has a pool. I'm going to explain this. Like, they have 4 suites where the pool juts out like into the sky. Like if you look, it's an enormous balcony if you look up, so it looks like a peninsula or something.
Right.
And the balcony is a pool. So it looks like, and the pool is all glass. So it looks like you're swimming in the sky. In other words, like you're almost flying through the water. Mm-hmm. And it was loaded with Playboy Playmates.
How does Playboy afford all of this? I mean, they're on hard times. Playboy.
Well, again,
magazine.
I think that that's a licensing the name kind of thing. The Palms.
They have the Hef Suite,
right?
And there's 4 suites like this, and the pool in the Hef Suite has the Playboy bunny and everything. But the more important thing was, so at 3 o'clock in the morning, we go up there, and Sam has worked it out where him and Ralph is in the beginning of the show. There's a bit they do in the beginning. It's Sam and Ralph. Like, they're connected now publicly.
How did Ralph get to be his sidekick?
I don't know. But
All right,
so,
well, at least Ralph's got a job. Yeah, go
that's
ahead.
probably how Sam got him money to get flown out there. Like, look, you'll be in the show.
It's a write-off.
So Sam and Ralph are surrounded by 12 playmates. So they're shooting with the playmates. Now, me, Jeff, and Ralph are watching these playmates. They got thongs on and bikinis, frolic in the pool.
Wow.
And they're throwing us the beach ball and stuff. We're going like, what's going on? Like, can we fuck these girls afterwards?
Do they have any kind of commentators?
Well, Sam and Ralph are the commentators. They're waiting for Sam to come up there and shoot it. They're getting like B-roll of the girls playing and shit,
Right.
And me and Jeff and Ralph are like standing on the side of the pool talking with these girls, like, and the camera guys and shit have work to do. We used to look like hungry wolves, like,
just drooling.
So I get so horny now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30, and I have to have a flight at 6:55 a.m. Right?
How do you stay up that long? I don't even know how to do that.
I had slept till about noon that day. It's Vegas. You know?
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
Right. Go ahead.
I don't get bored in Vegas.
Right.
I don't get Gary in trouble. So so now I'm kind of horny from these broads, and one of them was kind of, I was talking to her, and they're like, well, we have to stay here and shoot this all day. So I call this chick that I know, and
the hooker.
There used to be hooker.
Let me ask you,
And
you
I-
really think she used to be a hooker? She's still a hooker, but
In my life, Howard, let's calm down. She's
right.
not a hooker.
No, you get her for free. I
what's
understand
going
that.
on. I don't know what she does.
You don't ask.
Right now, she could be fucking a guy for money. I don't know.
Right.
I don't want to think about it.
Okay.
Right now the girl
Because you have feelings.
Right now the girl I'm dating could be shitting. I don't want to think about that.
Right.
So I call her up, and I'm like, it's either jerk off or call this girl. And when you're in Vegas, there's always options. And she was around, and she came over. So
When she comes over, she must fuck great because she gets paid professionally to do it.
She's such a doll. She looks like who is a couple of people here have met her. Dan the Song Party Man.
What did he say?
She's smoking.
Smoking hot.
She looks like I showed you a picture of her once.
You did?
She looks like a young Nicole Eggert.
Oh my God.
Like a young one.
And you wouldn't deal her to anybody else. Like, this isn't the girl you got for JD or anything
What
like
am
that.
What am I, a jerk?
What do you think, he's an animal?
No, the girl who blew JD and fucked JD was a different girl.
So
somebody else set that up. That was the best. JD's at Nobu. Clearly a whore comes over.
So she shows up to your room.
She comes up and like I know everything about her now. I ask about her kids. I know her.
How
kids.
long does it take after the small talk before she starts fucking you?
This was quick because I told her, I said I was horny. So I ordered some food and gluckle, gluckle, gluckle. Yeah, Tracy Morgan showed up and
Do
blew.
you know what happened to Tracy Morgan over vacation?
No, what'd he do?
He's the funniest guy on the planet. Tracy, do you know about this, Robin?
No.
His fish tank in his apartment caught fire. I mean,
How does your fish tank
I don't know, but
catch fire?
he's the greatest.
It's full of water.
His fish tank caught fire, and then I think he burned. I don't know what happened. Like he burned down half the building.
What do the fish do? Like they're like, wait, we're
The
in
fish
water.
survived. I don't know.
Our water is boiling.
I think we're dinner.
So
how's your fish tank catch fire? Yeah, go ahead.
Never
So
heard of it.
she shows up.
I
and-
call up my friend is the producer. This girl that I've known for years produces Sam's show, and I said, listen, I'm shacked up with this broad here. Like she's known me forever, so she understands what could happen in Vegas. I said, just make it like the Red Eye tonight. So I changed the flight to the Red Eye, and it was like the Keith Richards style. I shut all the windows in the suite, like put tinfoil up. I wanted no light in there. And me and a chick were in there for just like 10 hours together, get
doing
room
each other
service.
for 10 hours? How many times do you bang this chick?
I don't know. We fell asleep a couple of times, probably like, I don't know, 4 times.
Wow, and for free.
Yeah, well,
No money.
she ordered champagne, which I didn't touch.
Right.
And
really, you were partying with her. You're banging her.
No
She's
party.
drinking
And when you
champagne.
kiss her, you can taste the champagne and you don't break.
You could have had one little champagne.
I don't kiss her. No, I didn't do a goddamn thing. No booze.
Would
no
you say
nothing.
this has turned into like a Pretty Woman kind of scenario where like you're falling in love with a hooker and
I'm Richard Gere?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No. No, it's not going to happen. I could never.
Something. You whispered under your breath a few moments ago, I'm committed.
No, I said I'm not committed.
You're not committed.
You wear rubber when you're with this chick?
Absolutely.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Seriously?
Even for a blowy.
No. It started out that way, but no.
Now they're in love.
I always wear a rubber, though. With
But
her.
no kissing? Really? It's like that, huh?
No.
No kissing?
No.
I mean, now there's
Yeah,
kissing.
we can. But just like, I mean, I know her. She's a good girl. She's all right.
Wow.
Everybody's got bills.
You got a picture of this chick right now?
No, I have one. I'll get you one.
Give me a couple.
I showed you a picture of her.
I'm confused.
You thought she was hot.
You showed me the picture of her before you became emotionally involved with her. That's why I didn't pay. Now that she's your girlfriend, I want to.
She's not my girlfriend.
Uh,
She's not my girlfriend.
No. She going to come to Jersey and hang out with you?
No. That's been
not for her.
That's been discussed, but no.
No. Why not?
Maybe at the Shore House. As Robin knows, I'll have any type of broad at the Shore House.
Your mom doesn't go to the Shore House.
Oh, yes, my mother has her own.
His mother decorated.
My
the
mother,
Shore House.
are you kidding me? My mother has her own wing. She has a suite.
So if a horse
bathroom.
shows up.
No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless
All
my
right.
mother's away. Unless my mother goes on the
Sounds
sun.
to me like you're falling in love with this girl, but you're worried about what society's going to think.
No, would I worry about society? Look at me.
In a weird way, yeah.
No,
There are areas where you worry.
there's a lot of complications with her.
The kids.
That's one. Also, where she's from and geography and everything
She
else.
could move. What's to stop her
Move
from
right into that
moving?
Shore
Calm
House.
down, Robin. If my mother goes on the summer-long cruise I'm trying to get her to go on.
The way I'm thinking about it is, you got a whore for free, and you had to pay Sam Simon $8,000. So you're kind of
sort of
equal.
made out of you.
Yeah,
But-
you did okay.
Now, in regular gambling,
Go ahead.
I won $12,000.
All right, so you really won $4,000. Is what you're saying.
With the 1,600, so if you count the 1,600, the game, the two, and the 500, if you want to get really
Technical.
cool with the math,
And the 10, even count the $10.
little over 6 G's.
6 G's you won.
Up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Thank
there
goodness
you go.
for your regular gambling.
Yeah, and again, Sam, of course, will get on here and give his story, but David Tell knows that in the beginning he didn't know, and I didn't know for sure.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of a screwy
and
thing.
I think from my calculations, Attell ended up some money, and I bet Norm and Sam are up a shitload of money.
They just want to take money from their friends.
Did you get worked by Sam Simon?
Did I get what?
Worked by Sam Simon.
My lawyer said I can't discuss this right now.
Why
No,
not?
I don't know. I think Sam. I think what we're looking at here is Sam stole money from me to give to charity. It's like Peter Pan or Robin.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
On Monday's show, we talked about the fact that Steve Langford wouldn't come into the studio in the morning and whether this was going to affect his reputation and his credibility and whether it made him a hypocrite or not. Here's how it went.
I want to start with what happened with George. And I guess Richard wanted him to officiate. Is that the right word? Officiate the
Yeah, that would be about right.
And I guess he told Will this, and Will had told Howard, but it was news to George. Right. And George is such a sweet guy. Just he would do anything for anybody here. He is one of the family. But Howard wasn't too pleased about that coming up, although Richard and George do have a personal relationship. But that bled over to what happened with Steve Langford, where I guess his daughter interviewed George for some kind of project. And Howard drew the line. He's like, I don't want people bothering the guests. And where was he going with that, one, Gary? And two, why didn't Steve Langford come in and defend himself?
Well, the first part, Howard has always said, I don't want people bothering the guests, and it doesn't matter how high or low you are on the food chain. You know, I remember the first, like, how would you say, I don't want people taking pictures with the guests. I want guests to be able to come up here and not be asked for autograph, not be asked for pictures. And then there was a weird thing going on where Jackie would have the day's guest autograph one of Jackie's jokes, and we put a stop to that. And then it was, everything from, Grillo calling Sherry Lansing looking to get acting work to, John talking to stockbrokers, and Howard's just like, leave my people alone. So, I mean, that's sort of the rule. Don't bother people who are on the show and ask them for favors.
But sometimes I guess you cultivate personal relationships with the people who are on the show. And Howard could look at it and say, everybody you basically talk to, you specifically, Gary, is as a result of him.
Like everything on the show, because people call and complain all the time, there's hard and fast rules, except there's different rules for everybody on the show. So I'm sure there's more latitude for Robin being friendly with a guest outside the show than there would be for, say, Jason. But, as a general rule, Howard doesn't like the guest being bothered. Howard feels everything's a bother. So he feels like when you ask somebody something that it's a bother to them. And listen, it's his show. It's totally his prerogative. And maybe it is a bother. Like maybe George is too nice a guy to say, I really don't want to do that.
Do you think Steve made a mistake not coming in today?
Huge, huge tactical error on Steve's part.
Why is that?
Because he paints everybody into a corner and explains to you why they have to answer his questions. Steve should have come in and just sort of said, hey, I agree with you, I made a mistake, or I disagree with you, and here's my argument. But how is what Howard was saying about Steve Langford any different than the argument between Steve Brandano, Steve the intern for the purposes of this, so everyone remembers. Remember Steve Brandano went to an event and his girlfriend at the time was there and he said he didn't want her interviewed.
That's right.
And Langford goes, it's part of the story. What's the difference?
And, well, another thing about that, Howard wasn't looking to talk to Steve's daughter or family. He wanted to talk to Steve. And I guess when family comes up, all of a sudden you want to sort of change things.
What happens is when you have a big sensitivity to it, it's at that moment you have to decide whether you're going to go in or not, and then you sort of dig in and hold your ground. And Steve's got to come in sooner or later.
How did he react when you went back to get him?
I called Steve. Jason called Brad, and he said, "Yeah, Steve's here." So I said on the microphone, "Steve will be here any minute." And then all of a sudden I noticed it's a 30-second walk over here. So a minute and a half went by, and I said something's wrong. So I got up out of my chair and I walked over there, and I said to Brad, "What's going on?" He goes, "He's not coming in." And I'm like, "What?" I couldn't believe it because it's just not Langford. So I walked over, and Langford put up his hand and he said, "Listen, his daughters are off limits. My daughter's off limits." And I was like, "But Steve," and he's just like, he didn't want to hear it. So I just came back and reported it because I figured I'll let Howard handle it tomorrow.
Well, like you said, eventually he's coming in anyway. So now, does it make him a hypocrite?
Yeah, I think it does. I really do. I like the guy. I can like a guy. And I think his news stories are amazing. But yeah, it's a hypocritical of him not to show up today on this count.
Rich in Pennsylvania, welcome to the Wrap-Up Show.
Hi, guys. Hey, I want to talk about Langford. Gary, I think you're right. He's lost all credibility. Now when he comes in, what he did to Jinx, painting him into the corner, all Jinx has to do, all any of you all have to do from now on is say, let's talk about your daughter interviewing George. And he's got no credibility, none whatsoever anymore. He just wussed out like a big puss.
I want to know how old he is. I want to see his birth certificate.
I don't care how old he is. He acted like a 4-year-old. Oh, you can't talk about that. He talks about everybody else's problems. Even after they tell him not to, he'll go right in after it. So
I think it's going to end up being one of those things where he even now, if he's listening to this, he probably thinks to himself, you know what, I should have just gone in and dealt with it because it's just gotten bigger than it has to be.
Well, you know, guys, when he starts, it's going to happen. He's going to bust somebody's balls on something. And it's going to come before Howard, him, and whoever, and I can just hear it. I can hear it's almost like you can write the dialogue. He's going to be busting on you. Hey, let's talk about George, your daughter, in the interview. I can hear it coming.
I don't think Howard's going to press him too much about it tomorrow, but you're right that other people probably will.
Well, it's a guy who seems Teflon that's now exposed a sensitivity, and when people want to fight, that's what you go for.
And maybe he was hoping that, okay, I'll sit back, Howard will blast me on the air right now, a day passes, it blows over, it's not as big of a deal, Howard's ready to move on to the next thing, so the damage is a lot less.
Or he'll get rid of his daughter.
Well, that's not going to happen, but I do think, I forgot which one of you guys said it, though, a lot of people are going to definitely keep this bullet and wait, and they're going to use it when they get the chance. Thanks for calling in there, Rich. Eddie in Pennsylvania, you're on the Wrap-Up Show. Hey, Eddie.
Yes, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hello, yes. I just want to voice some support for Steve Langford. I think Howard should have called him aside after the show and found out the whole deal with family. I agree with Steve. If Howard's kids are off limits, so is Langford's daughter till he knows exactly the circumstances.
But we know what the deal is. There's nothing special in there, and we weren't going to talk about. Howard wasn't going to ask him anything about his kid except to say to Steve. In other words, without going into Steve's family life, I'm pretty sure his daughter didn't say, "Oh, I'm a huge George Teay fan. Let me interview him for my school project." So Howard probably would have explored how did that come up and why were you getting involved in it, and that has nothing to do with his daughter.
I just think, to me, it's just the father doing something he could for his kid. If he did overstep his bounds, I would have approached him first because it involved a child myself.
But okay,
I mean,
but that's a great. You
of
can,
the show.
but that discussion can be had on the air without bringing the daughter into it in any way that's going to expose any more than what we already know.
And Eddie, I also think if Steve hadn't had the track record of talking to different people on the show with different circumstances, this wouldn't be as big of a deal. But that's not the way it is.
Yeah, and I said to Howard. Howard said, "How did this?" We talked about this during the because Will did the notes. And Howard goes, how did Langford even get to him? And I said, I think he spent a week with him, traveling around with George. I'm sure they developed some sort of friendship, but Howard wasn't. He wouldn't buy in that.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Jenks, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's Jinx. This whole Langford thing, I talked to him back in his office, and he said he doesn't answer to Howard. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where he gets off saying that. How does he get off not answering to Howard on this issue? He gives it to everybody else, but when it's his turn to get it, he doesn't take it.
Jenks, don't you, Gary? Steve is scheduled to do the news update tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, he'll answer to Howard tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm going to call in tomorrow to remind Howard to ask Steve Langford about this, and I encourage anybody who's listening to the show to call in and ask Howard to remind Steve Langford about this.
By the way, so Steve will sit and talk to you on the phone?
Yes. Well, sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But I called mercilessly this morning because I knew that he had to go in the studio, and he finally did answer, and he said he doesn't answer to Howard. I don't answer to Howard.
Here's the problem for Steve. Jenks, how many times did you call me or email me this morning with suggestions about how this should be handled?
Probably 10 or 20.
Exactly. The first email was at one point. The first email was, "This is bullshit." The second one is, "You better get Langford in." The third one is, "Langford has to come in and repeat." Then it was a phone message, and there were more emails, and that's just Jenks.
Gary, I was really upset, man. I was furious.
I could tell.
How did he get away with this?
Well, Jenks,
wait. Are you upset about what he's accused of doing, which he said getting the interview, or are you upset that he wouldn't talk to Howard?
No, you figure it this way. When Langford calls somebody on the carpet with a news story, okay, they are expected to come in and answer to Howard for it or talk about it to Howard. How does Langford get to put his hand up and say, point taken? What if everybody did that every time Langford wanted to interview them?
But people
put
can't.
Their hand up and said,
Jenks, you make a very fair point. You're going to get your answer tomorrow morning.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, George Teay came in and he told us, we found out that I guess they basically have an agreement where Brad doesn't listen while George is on, and George talked about that. George discussed kissing one of the guys on the show, and we talked about Governor Ventura and I having a nice, friendly discussion in the hall.
Now joining us, and he's always gracious enough to do this every time he comes in, is the Stern Show announcer, Mr. George Teay. And George, you're back again, and in the mix with Brad's weight, and your relationship seems to come up quite a bit whenever you do the Stern Show.
Doesn't it? And it's a good thing that Brad doesn't listen in when I'm on. He is addicted to this show, but he refuses to listen in when I'm on because... Well, he has given me free reign. He says that's the way the show works, but he doesn't like to hear what I have to share when I have free reign.
When did that start?
From the very beginning.
Right, from day one,
he would not listen when I'm on. And he gets it from, there's that guy who writes capsule synopsis of what happened, and that's how he finds out about it.
But you've gotten some crap once in a while in the past. How does he find out about stuff like that? You know, like your bachelor party? Like, how did he find out about that?
Well, that was written about.
Right.
And then other people email him, too. So
see, I'm telling you, being in a gay relationship is just like a marriage relationship because sometimes people email my wife and tell her shit I did on the show.
George, how
just like regular people.
George, how would Brad react if he heard about that innocent kiss that you and Benji had today? Would he know that it's part of the show, or would he be a little upset?
He would know it's about part of the show because we go to parties or we meet other gay couples and we greet them with a kiss. I mean, it's part of
but not an open mouth kiss.
Well, actually, George, Brad just went on your Twitter account He did? He said he knows about the Benji kiss, and Sunday is off. Off with capital letters.
Well, then I'll try for Monday.
It's a good thing you weren't with a model, or it could have been the whole month of May.
See, Benji? See what you did? Sorry, man. You're too cute.
Did you guys connect at all during that moment? Did you see something in each other's eyes?
I saw him pull back right away. I mean, I felt him.
Well, no, I didn't connect in a sexual. I like George a lot, so.
And I like you.
Thanks.
You got beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
He's embarrassed.
Look at him. He's blushing.
He's beet red.
Hey, Ronnie, while we have you here, beforehand, when we were talking, I told Benji about this. You said what Benji did today with Jesse Ventura, that's not a rare occurrence. He does that all the time.
He does it. He does it as a thing for TV, I think. And, when I tell him a lot of times, I'll say to him, like, Benji, go away from the guests or whatever. And he'll just look at me and he'll smile and he'll just keep on doing it. And I think he thinks I'm picking on him, but Benji doesn't realize that I do work for Howard, and Howard does have certain rules, and I do abide by those rules that he asked me to, to enforce. And we had the same problem. Can you let me talk?
I didn't know you worked here.
Could you let me talk?
I didn't know you worked here.
When Richard and Sal, we had the same problem with more Sal than Richard.
I didn't recognize you. I'm sorry.
He used to do the same thing.
I thought you were just some guy in the hall.
Howard got upset about it too, and I used to tell Sal, and he also used to ignore me about it. And then until Howard blasted him, then he realized that he wasn't really supposed to be doing this stuff.
So do you think Benji will continue to ignore you now after what happened today?
It came to the point when Howard really blew up today, and I don't think Benji realized how mad he was, but he really was mad. And I don't think Benji realized how mad he was about the whole thing. I mean, I know you yelled back at him. I don't know with you. You never know if it's shtick or you're serious, because that's the problem with you. Nobody ever knows the real Benji. That's the problem. And it was the whole thing with being late for work and the whole thing. It was the same thing. Nobody ever knows what your deal is, Benji. That's the whole problem.
Okay.
The only thing odder than the talkative Benji is the quiet Benji.
Yes. George, or the other Benji, the
make out with you?
No, the resistant and defensive and
George,
somewhat hostile.
But
Benji.
if someone's mad at you for something that didn't occur or occurred in a way, and it's being painted in a much different way than it occurred, you would want to explain yourself. Like if there was $20 on the table, and you grabbed it, and someone's like, wow, George stole that money. And you were like, no, actually, Brad told me he left me this 20. You would want to explain it before getting yelled at that you stole the money.
Did you see how Will handled it? When Howard would say...
when Will messed up the oatmeal.
Right. And he said, you're right. Yes, you're right. But and he was not resistant. And in this situation with you...
I think it's okay... Listen, I think it's okay to be resistant when you're being, when you're being mistreated. I think
well,
it's okay
it was a
reasonable
desire on the part of Howard to say, the guests are here for
what I said. Howard does not need to be reasonable. That if he decides something, if he wants us seriously, if he wants us to walk on one foot or hop to the hallway, and that's part of construction. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
that's reasonable. It's reasonable if Howard wants it done and that's a condition of working here. What I was saying was I thought I went through what are considered the appropriate steps before I did it.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, Jason Ellis was on talking about George Takei fondling his junk. And speaking of junk, I was talking about gazing at some cock in the gym room. Now, it was strictly a gazer, and it was for statistical reasons only. That makes sense. Check it out.
I know that you're a huge fan of the show, and I know that you probably labor over coming on the show the way Howard labors on going on Letterman.
Oh, for sure.
Like on a day like today, do you walk out of there, you hit a home run?
No.
Because you did.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit a home run today, right? Everybody agrees? I mean, everyone loved it too, but do you not know that when you walk out of there?
No, this time I felt like I did better than the last time, but as soon as I walked out, I started critiquing what I didn't say.
Well, what do you feel? What did you miss?
Though.
What do you feel you missed?
I just feel that I was a little stressed and less humorous.
I felt like there was a lot of, I have a lot of things that just come flying out that are just funny that none of those came out. I just did the torture the dick thing.
Now, Jason, when George comes over to take off those clamps,
it wasn't even that. It was before that.
Like when Howard
was on the other
beginning?
side and he started talking to me. There was a thing there where I'm like, all right, I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? But I know people that aren't cool with that because you're straight up fucking flirting with me. Like, I've had penthouse pets in my studio. Every now and then they'll give you that look where I'm like, well, that's very flattering. You know what I mean? I really appreciate that. And George was giving me that before he even came around. Like, he was shaking a little bit. I'm like,
his eyes flutter a bit.
Yeah, but I thought I'm having fun.
It was
of
fun.
course.
You had somewhat of a chubby though after he caressed your penis.
I was trying to get it bigger, because I kept stretching it. Good. I want gay people to want to suck it. Is there something wrong with that?
No, go ahead.
I want everybody to want it.
You want a gay man to suck your penis?
No, I want.
I don't
him
think
to
a
want to
straight
suck
man
my
would.
penis.
That makes sense.
I want everyone to want to suck my cock except my friends, because it's like when you go in the locker room. Like I'll change with random dudes and their dick can come out, but I ain't fucking changing with Bubba Booey over here. Like now that I know you, I don't want to see your dick in the locker room.
Does it bother you if a guy
change and then I'll come
if a guy
in?
waits in the locker room just to see your cock?
Who does? What? Is that you? Is that what you do?
The guy sitting right over here.
No,
Wait a minute,
I don't
you
do that.
watch cocks?
No, I don't. I glance.
You're a cock watcher in the gym?
I glance out of
I will
curiosity.
fucking kick you in the face.
Really quickly explain to Jason
When
what
I'm
you
in
do.
Jason.
Yeah.
When I'm in the locker room, you just said that.
What is it?
When I'm in the locker room,
You're not really trying to tell me a story that's true, are you?
not the way they're putting it. It's out of context.
In any way
it's
at
out
all?
of context. So
Okay.
no.
Put it in your words. Go ahead.
Curiosity factor. I just joined the gym. I've never worked out in my life, as you could tell. And I just joined the gym. And when I'm in the locker room, a lot of men have a tendency to get naked. So now I'm trying to fulfill my curiosities as a man. For example, there's a guy who's mentally challenged, a retard, and his dick was small. And usually retarded people have big dicks.
I would
number
want to
one.
see a retarded dick.
Okay. Secondly, there was an Asian. I try to fulfill that curiosity.
Right.
You would think it would be.
Wait a minute. Were they all in the locker room at the same time?
No,
naked?
these are all different.
How long were you there
Well,
waiting for
I've
the
been-
entire race of dick to come in?
Okay, good question.
A month.
Yeah,
Right.
You've been doing this over the
He's been
period
doing
of
research.
like a month.
I hope you filmed it.
I wish I could. I tried to take pictures, but I knew they would throw me out. I did take my BlackBerry out, but I'm like, nah, I'm crossing the line here. So I saw an Asian with the normal sized dick, thinking it would be small. I saw a retard with a small dick, thinking it would be big. And I've seen a guy like you, actually, a real buff guy, who I was hoping. Now here I am changing.
You're hoping you had a little dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn it, he dropped the towel, and
got
I
it
was
all.
so deflated. It was a really bad moment. It's like scratching a lottery ticket, and, on the third one, you can win $1 million, and it's just like a fucking potato. Like, fuck.
You never know.
And
who's
I was pretty disappointed the whole day for that one. Well, the whole day at the gym. So that's what I do. I'm not on a mission. I don't go into a locker room and look for dick. I'm not the Jacques Cousteau of penis. I go in there, I get in and I get out, and I happen to see a certain nationality. I fulfill my curiosity.
And his last one was a black guy who he waited and waited.
I did
and
wait
waited,
for the black,
but he didn't pull his.
There was a
pants down.
cliffhanger on the show.
See, waiting for the dick.
Wait, that's right.
That's
wrong.
Even though they didn't say it was a long time, but if you see a guy come in and you wait until his pants come off to see the size of
True.
his dick, you are way gay.
He went to go. He went to go.
No, I didn't wait. I didn't.
Well, hold on. He saw a black guy at Tidy Whitey's, and he went over to where the guy was blow drying his hair because he thought that maybe he'd be able to see.
No, I went to blow dry my hair. Well, I saw the guy, and based on the cliffhanger here, Jason. Last time we spoke, Gary goes, "Did you see any black dick yet?" I go, "No, not yet." But I got to see my first black guy in the gym, in the locker room. I'm leaving. So I'm on my way out. I go, wow, a black fella here. So
you were on
the way out?
I was on the way out.
If you didn't work for this fucking radio show, I would call the cops.
Hold on. Again, it's a cliffhanger. Gary asked, so I saw the black fella.
Don't make it sound like you had to stay.
I didn't.
You had
the
to
obvious cliffhanger.
Wait. He's making it sound like he had to go back so he could come report to me. You know what I mean?
No,
you're the gay
I
one.
believe that.
No
I believe
one told
that.
you to do this.
No,
this is your
I believe
curiosity.
you did. That's why I think
my
it's okay.
curiosity.
That's what I'm saying. I believe you did it, research to tell the story and tell Gary.
It's like your obsession with the show. Like you walked down and critiqued yourself. When Gary asked me last, he goes, "How about some black dick?" I go, "Haven't seen one yet." Saw the black fella, put on the brakes,
I get
hit
it.
the blow dryer,
I get it.
try to finagle my eyeballs a little bit, and he put on his sweatpants, so I messed up. But
I get it, though.
Stay tuned, everybody, in the wrap-up show. We will eventually find out.
It's really Gary's the perverted one.
Maybe.
He's just using you.
Can't
to
you
get
just
the
do a
information.
show? Can't you just do a segment where you get random people to come in and guess their size and just get them all to drop it?
We could do that, yeah.
Well, then you can just nip it in the butt instead of being creepy at your gym.
Yeah, dude, why don't you make it a Howard 101 special, so where you critique Dick?
Yeah.
I don't want to critique it, but again,
do you want to come on my show and I'll do it on my show today? I'll just get like a bunch of anybody wants to come in and pull their dick out.
But Jason, the
Dick
point,
frenzy.
The point, it doesn't have to happen for a show. He's doing this in his gym. I mean, this is just...
but I believe he's doing it for research and development for the show.
I am, and the way. Well, I said it fulfills my curiosity.
You don't think, Gary? You don't think?
Look,
I think he wants to know.
Do you think if he fired him, he would continue to do it?
Yeah, I do, because I think he wants to know.
I think we all want to know. I think every man. No, I do.
Okay,
I
you
do.
fucked yourself.
No, I didn't.
Nobody wants to
we
know
all want to
everybody's
know.
penis size.
I'm telling you, we all. When Steve Brandano takes a fucking piss, and if there's a guy next to him, and he has the opportunity to get an eighth of a glance just to see if he's holding up in the society of men, he's gonna do it. That's us. We're men. We measure up. We measure our biceps against biceps, our chest against chest, and our cocks against cocks.
I think it's only for insecure penises.
Well, I'm insecure. Look at it. It looks like an aardvark. It's a disaster.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, we talked about George Takei and the fact that he started off the morning thinking of Jason Ellis and jerked off to him. And would there be any complications with Brad? What does it mean? And how blind George's love seems to be for Jason Ellis. And then we all talked about what would happen in our relationships if something like that happened. And I don't think we can pull off what George pulls off. And here's that conversation.
I want to talk about what happened at the very beginning of the show, where George talked about what he did in the shower this morning, and basically, and you guys can correct me if you think I'm wrong, proclaimed his love, admiration, I'm not sure the right word, for Jason Ellis. And he said he spoke about it with Brad.
You're being too nice. He said he jerked off in the shower this morning thinking of Jason.
Well, that's another way of putting it, much more succinctly. But I guess, do they have the relationship where it's comfortable enough that those kinds of things can happen? Or do you think that there's more bad news for George around the corner? He just doesn't know that it's coming.
Well, let me ask you a question. I think Mutt started to bring this up a little bit, that they were going to talk about this on Superfan tonight. If you spent the whole week, right, sitting in there talking about that you thought your wife was fat and that she could stand to lose some weight, and then at the end of the week, a really hot girl came in and you just started squeezing her naked tits, would you be able to go home?
I wouldn't have a wife. I seriously, and I wouldn't blame her. Like, that's, and I think...
So maybe they do have some special arrangement.
I think they do. I mean, Stacy said, when she was talking about relationships, she said that maybe Brad's weight is his passive-aggressive way of telling George that, you know what, I'm going to be this way because, he's kind of fighting back in a subtle way. Or maybe everything's just smooth between them. It's hard to tell. What do you think, Ronnie?
Well, it's not the first time he's touched a cock on the show.
That's true. But
I guess they do... They've had an arrangement, obviously, before Brad's weight came up.
But George was like, listen, what I did yesterday was I just touched it. I didn't, he sort of insinuating that because he didn't do more about it. I guess it could be, a guy saying, hey, I felt the girl's tits. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, but Gary, remember the day the guy was in here with the 12-inch cock and he had his hand down?
Well,
he had that look on his face like if I had my finger up some girl's ass or something.
But isn't that like for years, girls have been coming in here, guys have been feeling them up. Isn't just touching a dick the gay version of that?
I don't know. I can't define that. I'm not in that position.
Yeah, but a lot of guys don't do that anymore. Like, you don't do it anymore, do you?
No.
And I'm sure, that's because of your wife, right?
Well, she didn't like it, and I started to feel a little dirty doing it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it's a kid's thing, even though I have boys. When you have kids, I start to feel a little creepy doing it.
And John, have you ever done it in here?
Not on the show, no. Well, not
off the show
either. No.
Yeah, John.
John doesn't.
I got to be in the green room.
Not on the show.
Bad answer. No, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I think it's disrespectful to my wife.
Would you have done it when you were single?
When I was single?
Yeah.
Sure. But I don't think a lot of people are doing it these days, right?
And Howard stopped.
Howard stopped. He said out of respect to Beth, I think. Ronnie, how about you?
Have you seen me do it?
No, but next time
I haven't been in there.
But if
I've been in there with a flashlight to put them under the check for implants.
Right. But there's a difference between that.
I've held them up and put the flashlight under it.
Like the one that I remember.
I'll do it. Bring somebody in here right now. I'll do it.
I can't remember the girl's name, but we had her. It was back at terrestrial radio. She had that funny, real New York accent, and we all said we didn't believe she had real tits. And the line was ridiculously long.
I remember that.
I think Wood Yee was on the end of the line.
That was with the clown car line, right?
That's when I was the last one, I think, to go in with the flashlight to test them.
Well, who usually leads that charge?
Well, DePace has always said to me his wife doesn't care and he can do whatever he wants. But he hasn't been in there in a while. But he says it's no big deal. Pam doesn't care. I don't know who leads that charge.
Usually it used to be, geez, I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, I think the difference here, getting it back to George, is not only is George touching him, but the way he's referring to he's literally gushing over, this guy. And if you're married to George, Gary, would it bother you?
I would think so. Listen, if my wife went to, what are those Chippendales, and she was jamming her hand down a guy's pants, and even though she was laughing, she was grabbing a dick, I'd probably be pretty annoyed.
Sharon's holding on for the game. Remember that from yesterday? I got to do that.
Yes, this woman who we talked to yesterday.
All right, let me get to her. She's Sam Simon's on the phone. Hey, Sam, I haven't spoken to you in a while. What's happening?
Howard, how you doing?
Sam Simon, one of the creators of The Simpsons, who doesn't get as much credit as the other guys because he sold his portion of it, and they tried to shove.
Sold nothing.
Well,
No,
I mean,
but he left.
He left, but he shouldn't have because those guys try to act like Sam had nothing to do with it, but he really
they don't.
I think they do, because when I saw the Hollywood Reporter article and stuff, I was like, hey, why is Sam not more prominent in this? Sam had a lot to do with it.
Years, and I left after the 4th year.
I heard the drawings were really shitty until Sam took over.
Oh, that's true.
There you go. All right, Sam. Anyway, what's on your mind?
Well, I got a few things. And first of all, I want to thank you for AGT. It's my favorite show on TV.
Isn't that a shock?
Because of you. I was sick of the talent shows. I just was done with that stuff, and now I am so into this. I'm looking forward to the live shows and
Me too.
finding the winner and all that stuff.
I got to tell you, I am so thrilled by a couple of things that have happened that I get a lot of email and tweets and things from people who say, I kind of gone away from not only America's Got Talent, but all these talent shows, and we feel like you revitalized that. I get so proud.
Howard, it's the same thing that you did with radio. It was boring, it was over, and you have brought some unpredictability to it.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. And I'm also excited that people are telling me that 99% of them are watching the show with their kids, and they're like, they can't believe that their kids are Howard Stern fans. And so it's all sort of exciting and new.
Well, I don't think a lot of people know who you really are. This reputation.
Right.
I see Howard on the show, and I think it's great.
Right, it's fun.
Although, I mean, I like when you rewatch the show, right?
Yes.
When you saw this mentalist, psychic, what was he?
No.
The mind reader.
The mind reader.
The mind reader. Could you tell how he did that?
Well, I actually know because I've employed a few mentalists.
Oh, okay.
But I tell you the truth, I thought that guy was terrific.
Yeah, we know there's no real such thing as a mind reader.
Right, we know it's a trick.
Yes, of course.
But he did a wonderful job because what I loved about him is, I don't know how you felt about him, Sam, but I thought he was very unassuming. I've had guys do that kind of thing, and the way I judge is I say, this guy's got something interesting. He's got a good presentation. Let me see what else he's got. Does he have a show in him, or is he just a one-trick pony? And that's my criteria.
Well, no, I mean I liked him, and I thought he did a good job. I thought the stuff he was saying was really good. But I don't know anything about magic, but I think I.
But you think you know. But,
I think I know.
Yeah, people tweeted me. They go, "Oh, he must have had an earpiece in."
No.
There was no earpiece.
Someone else goes, "He must be able to see underneath the tape, like from. He must be able to go look down."
I think that's part of it.
Yeah, this is all of the stuff. But for those of you who thought that he had a partner in the audience and a remote control thing, the producers told me afterwards. I said the guy did a great job. They said to me, for sure, he doesn't have a shill in the audience because he had to perform it for us in a room without anyone in it.
I mean, I guess
but
so
he
I don't think that's what he did.
He provided his own mask, basically.
But I don't want to. I mean,
I actually know something about this.
Okay,
but. I thought he did a terrific job, and most people who are not, privy to how these things are done, were tweeting me. They go, "Is that guy for real? Is he really able to read minds?" And so, people are fascinated by this thing. It's one of the oldest tricks, but it's still very fascinating to people.
Okay, well, listen, I love AGT, but there's a show I really don't like.
What's that?
It's called Fast Food Mania, and it stars someone that I do like, and his name is John Hine.
Well, I'll be watching the show tonight. I haven't seen it yet.
Well,
What's wrong with it for you? Are you objecting to what he's promoting?
I'm glad you're here. I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you. But you're objecting to.
Side with this. I heard you say you liked it.
I liked it as a show. Do I like the fact that he's telling people to eat that sort of food?
Oh,
of course not.
God, Robin, he's not just. It is a celebration of gluttony and animal abuse and global warming that is beyond belief.
Well, I got to defend John for a second. I have not seen the show yet, but listen, Sam, let's be realistic. A lot of people love
Eat like
fast
John
food,
eats,
and
yeah.
John loves fast
So
food.
what?
Well, I'm saying if you're a fan of fast food, sitting and watching John gloriously kiss the ground where Colonel Sanders once walked
no,
is the funniest thing in the world to me.
He could not kiss the ground where
Colonel Sanders.
Osama bin Laden was born
Well,
television.
You're comparing Colonel Sanders who kills chickens to Osama bin Laden?
Oh, I will compare that. I'll tell you why. Because obesity kills 100 million people, and Osama bin Laden killed 3.
But you're thinking too much.
Yeah, but this is a killing by choice.
Sam.
People choose this.
Sam,
What, the chickens choose to be killed?
I said
Sam.
the people choose it.
Sam, you're thinking too much.
No.
John, do you want to defend your show?
Listen, wait a minute. Kentucky Fried Chicken is the most notorious slaughterer of animals in the world. His Holiness the Dalai Lama has called for a boycott of Kentucky Fried Chicken because they use the cruelest, most outdated methods in the world to kill 1 billion chickens a year.
Sam, you're talking to a guy who doesn't. I don't eat any birds anymore.
Okay.
I still eat
And
fish.
I don't eat meat at all.
Yeah, right. So we understand the politics of this.
But what about the planet?
All right, let's talk to John Hine. John, how do you defend yourself? Sam Simon is watching your show.
Will you be going into the methods that this meat is derived?
Yeah, John, why are you not visiting Kentucky?
Do you
Wait a
realize
second, John.
that
Why are you
there's
not?
living creatures that can suffer, John?
John, why are you not visiting?
Howard, in the main title of the show, listen, say somebody feels that, I want to eat a hamburger. In the main title of the show, John Hine is eating a hamburger that is 18 inches tall, and he looks like he's in heaven. It's got about 25 patties in it, and grease and cheese spilling out from everyone. It's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in your life.
And he's in bliss.
And he looks like he's in heaven.
Well, let me say something, because this needs to be said.
Why are you taking his side?
Well, hold on a second.
Because you're out of your fucking mind, Sam. That's why.
John, will you personally visit the slaughterhouse where Kentucky Fried Chicken kills their chickens?
They won't let him in.
You know, Howard, we did, but that got lost in the edit.
I see.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, you
no,
did?
no. Of course, we're not going to do that. That's not what the show is about.
The show is about your joy of fast food.
Of course, I understand what Sam's saying.
Right.
But to blame. Hold on, Sam. I listened to you.
Okay, you're right.
But to blame obesity on the fact that these places, no one's forcing you to go there. No one's telling you to eat the food. That's your choice, whether you want to or not.
You could make the point that Homer Simpson glorifies donuts and gluttony.
Oh, I was getting to Homer.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, which is Sam's
He's a vegetarian.
creation. He's a
Lisa's a vegetarian.
Homer Simpson's a vegetarian?
Lisa, the daughter.
Oh, Lisa. Oh,
Lisa's a
okay.
vegetarian. Sam, I understand your point, and the show clearly isn't for you, but we're not telling...
I politically agree with Sam about a lot of the slaughtering methods
Okay,
and obesity.
John, you go like, people make a choice, but they're not making an informed choice. You are flooded with. Your show is a commercial for fast food. Where's the other side?
It's one big commercial.
But Sam, I think the fun of it is that it's
fun.
Yes, the fun. Now,
It's
come
to
on.
put out of your mind how bad it is.
No, the fun is to watch a guy kill himself.
Right.
And enjoy
when
it.
John pulls out that gun that shoots the sour cream, and he's talking about what a great invention it is.
Yeah, I mean that's great.
He's never been in a Taco Bell in his life.
You don't see the humor in that?
Well, wait. This is what I would like. Howard, you like Paul McCartney, right?
Love him.
So does John Hein. John?
Absolutely.
Okay. He did a short film. It's called Glass Walls.
Right. It's about.
It's on YouTube. Go to John. Howard, make John go to YouTube.
Okay. Go ahead.
And make him watch this 10-minute film about where meat comes from.
Now, John, I'm your boss.
Don't make me go to YouTube.
You have to go to YouTube.
Don't make me go
and
to
watch
YouTube, Howard.
Well, watch it. Listen, Sam watched you. You should watch his.
Hey, I've seen Super Size Me. I've read Fast Food Nation. I will watch the film that you're suggesting.
But it's not going to make him stop.
And then we'll come back for season 2 and go to different places.
No, it will.
No,
what
it
are you
won't.
saying?
And John will be as powerful a spokesman for veganism as he is for whatever
fast food mania.
Fast food mania.
Listen, Sam, John is killing himself. He's huge. He's diabetic. He eats shitty food every single
Howard,
day of his life.
Actually, that's not entirely true.
That's close.
What about this, John? You love your kids.
I do.
You don't look very healthy on the show. First of all, I don't know.
Yeah, but his kids are getting older now. They don't need him that much.
I don't know what the obesity rate in the. I think it's like 35%. We're the fattest country in the world, but it's got to be like 99% of the people on that show.
Robin,
oh, yeah. They've got the market cornered.
Robin, you're an advocate for whole foods, good foods, and all that kind of stuff.
Yes,
but at the
absolutely.
same time, you can watch John's show and still find the humor in it, right?
It's ridiculous. I think that the greatest thing about the show is they call it mania. I mean, these people are crazy. Sleeping in a parking lot to get free chicken.
Oh, my God.
Sam, the point of the show
The fact is, though, 60% of Americans, listen to this, 60% of Americans are obese or overweight. And the perpetrators are soda companies. So, yes, people should be able to control themselves. And yes, they shouldn't eat fast food, but that's the point. Everybody's got personal
John's show
choice.
is not the only show praising overindulgence.
There's nothing else. Every commercial is overindulgence.
John, what are you going to do? Are you going to
blaming
resign?
the commercials on me, too?
Are you going to resign from the show
Well,
or
your
not?
show is a commercial.
Sam, the show is glorifying the Americana, the food, the event, everything behind it, and why so many people go to these places and enjoy them. Look, I know when I walk into one of these places, I'm not making the healthiest choice, but it's my choice to make, and I love the food. If if you drink a lot and you love alcohol, no one's going to tell you, you know what, get the alcohol off the shelves. You can't have it. That's your choice to moderate or not.
Choice to torture dogs?
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
Was it Michael Vick's choice to torture and kill dogs?
Yes.
Of course it was.
And he had to pay a price
So is
because
that
it's
okay?
illegal.
Sam, likening fast food mania to 9/11 is a very weak analogy, okay? And
It's not a weak analogy, John, because obesity is a bigger threat to this country than terrorism.
So the only reason
Sam,
people are obese is because of these places, you're
Sam,
saying?
let me play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate. You were part of a show that glorified gambling. It was a poker show, if I remember correctly. I used to watch it.
Yes.
And many people have lost their fortunes.
No.
Yeah, you are
Poker is
glorifying.
not
Hold it. I want to finish my
Poker is
point.
not gambling.
Hold it.
Poker is not gambling.
Stop it.
How is poker not gambling?
What are you talking about? Poker is a game of skill. There's no look. Every casino game in Las Vegas, if you want to lose, you can walk up to the table or rather, in poker, if you want to lose, you can lose.
Right.
If you want to lose.
But what if you want to win and you lose?
Gambling, you can end up winning.
Poker is a game where you could lose a lot of money because you think you're going to win because you think you know what you're doing.
Right.
It is a game that has cost people their lives.
Right.
And yet you did the show. So I'm saying not that you shouldn't have done the show, but,
But you did, because you like gambling.
That's right. But John Hein is in the same boat. He knows what he's doing isn't perfect or good for everyone, but he's doing. Do you see that point?
No, because you're leaving the animals out of it.
All right. So then let me give you another point. Didn't you for years manage a boxer?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever seen what boxing does to a man's brain? I mean, have you seen the human cruelty to one another?
Yeah.
How could you advocate that and support it?
I wouldn't do it now.
All right, that's fair enough.
All right, you changed your stand. The one thing I will criticize about John's show is
The
when
one thing, Robin.
Well, because again, it tells you what it is. It says this is fast food. We all know what fast food is, and these are the maniacs who eat it.
That's right.
The one thing I will criticize is that they don't go get. John's bigger than anybody he interviews. Like they give you these couple of people who can eat this crap and not be obese.
Not the shows I saw.
No, there was a very an attractive girl talking about her love of something, and
I saw a couple that won the Chick-fil-A or the Whataburger contest, and I just thought, oh my God.
Yeah, well, there was that 100-year-old couple. That's again
Robin,
saying
Sam,
you can actually live on this.
Sam, have you voiced this outrageous anger toward The Simpsons when they have fast food companies advertising on it? Have you demanded that The Simpsons remove all fast food restaurant
like
advertising?
Disney getting rid of all that
Right.
stuff.
Have you demanded?
No, I haven't.
All right. Well, okay.
But,
all right. Well, you've got work to do.
I think, I actually do think that Homer satirizes America's. First of all,
I think it's too subtle.
30 years ago, when The Simpsons, I don't know how long it is.
Right.
John probably knows. But Homer was fat. He's not fat. He's actually the average weight of an American now.
Right. Now his fat is normal.
And we always made, and it was supposed to be a joke that he loved this food. He was supposed to be a moron for doing it. And now.
Well, I understand your point. I understand your point.
John Hein, my first what?
Because when you do watch the show, you kind of say to yourself, maybe fast food is kind of fun too, the whole lifestyle. And why am I being so uptight?
Maybe I want to be a part of that.
Maybe I'll go get a big burger.
Yeah.
But, and people don't realize how dangerous it is. I mean, we did that experiment that guy did at work. How long have we had that cheeseburger sitting out there now?
Since January.
Since January. How many months is that?
6 almost.
Is there a cheeseburger still out there?
Yeah, we have a cheeseburger because we read about this in the paper. We have a cheeseburger sitting in our office for 6 months. There it is. The cheese is absolutely perfect.
Yep.
There is no mold.
And John Hein, when he's at White Castle, he goes,
look at that.
100% beef, everybody.
I mean, that scares the shit out of me.
It's really 100% beef.
That thing has not changed.
No, how do we explain that, John? That the roll, the beef, and the cheese have no mold, and that's 6 months.
Yeah, it's preserved well.
Doesn't that scare you?
Yeah, it does.
And you're eating that.
No.
Well, it's a cheeseburger, so.
So Sam is calling for you to show that aspect of fast food on the show.
No, yes. Well, they're not going to do that. But
no, we're not.
I want John to watch Glass Walls with Paul McCartney on YouTube. And he has to watch the whole thing.
Sam, I will watch it. I pledge here I will watch that show.
Okay.
But you call up Howard, but you call up Howard, and I know you said it's nothing against me, but you basically trashed the show, which just got out of the game. And you're entitled to your opinion, but you're preaching like this is something that's not done on television about any. I mean, that's a great point Howard made about your poker show. And
no, it's not.
Yes, it is. You said poker. Sam, how could you say that poker isn't gambling? I think you're a smart guy.
What did I say about the boxer?
That's just a ridiculous statement.
My poker show. We played low stakes poker. We didn't play high stakes poker. It was to show the camaraderie and fun of having.
According to Arty, he dropped like $1,000 to you that night.
Yeah, he lost money on that show.
Most people, that ain't low stakes.
Sam, you're showing the fun of playing poker and gambling, and that's fine. Actually, I happen to like that. I'm showing the fun of going to these places, of enjoying the food if you like that food, and seeing other people who are crazy like me.
What about the animals, John?
We're not talking about the animals, Sam. It's not the point of the show. On the poker show, do you show how the cards are made? Do you show where the chips come from?
Do you show the people living in shacks who lost their entire fortune?
No, cards can't suffer. Chips don't suffer.
Somebody made them.
People suffer.
What about the people who kill themselves because they've lost all their money playing cards? You're going to pretend like that doesn't happen?
Kentucky Fried Chicken killed 1 billion chickens last year. Do you think 1 billion people killed themselves because they lost money at poker?
Sam, I think people can walk up to a Kentucky Fried Chicken and say, you know what, I love this food, I'm going to go there. Or they can go down the street to a restaurant and eat Thai food. It's up to them. The choice is theirs. And you're going to praise the people making Thai food, but knock the people making Kentucky Fried Chicken. Any product in this country.
I got to be honest with you, though. I mean, Sam is bringing something up that people don't like to think about, how their food is murdered bird.
gets
you
to
know.
their plate.
That's all food. Not all food, but
Not all
most
food, but
animal.
food, John.
Yeah. No, food that comes that were animals that were killed for that. I get that. I understand that. Okay, I'm a smart guy.
But you're okay with that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of the cruelty that might happen. Like,
Well,
I
where
guess
does
I
it not-
no. I guess
at every fast food place.
no. I close my eyes to that willfully.
You're in denial.
Of course I am.
He doesn't want to think about it. Or
I
else he
don't
won't
want to
eat.
think about it. I want to enjoy the bucket of KFC, and that's my choice to make. And a lot of people make that choice.
That's. I'm saying
All right,
to make
boys.
That choice is horrible. I think.
Sam, not everybody in the.
No, but you're saying like you.
I respect how I respect how you eat and how Robin eats and how Howard eats. That's your choice, and that's fine. But don't tell me how to eat. Okay, the whole world isn't vegans and vegetarians. In fact, most of the world isn't.
But John, you're saying that this is me telling you, and I'm saying I don't care about you. I care about the animals. They're suffering because people eat meat.
Yes, and they will continue to suffer because people eat meat. That's the way the world is, and you want to change the world. I get it.
Not after you watch this video.
All right, Sam.
Go watch the video and tell us what your reaction is.
John Hein, it turns out, is in the most controversial show of the year.
It is. It's
look at him.
amazing.
He's done it again.
I thought it was you, Howard.
Yeah, me. I'm just a nice judge.
Sam, you'll like this week's episode a lot better. It's all about the drive-through, the different drive-throughs throughout the country.
Well, Sam, you can
Well, of course, I will say again, the meat.
Is that bad for the mileage on cars or something?
Gases than all the automobiles in the world combined. We can save the world from incinerating by not eating meat. I'm tweeting at Simon Sam. Simon Sam.
All right. Are there more cool tweets about murdering chickens?
I'm about to send out some links to the Dalai Lama saying boycott KFC. I'm going to do.
Wow, John has inspired protest.
And I'll do
All right. Yeah, yes, Sam, are you getting laid? That's all that counts. You sound like a guy who's not getting laid.
What?
Are you getting laid?
Yes, sure.
All right. Yes, Gary.
That's the guys in the office are asking. Sam has nice cars. Do they have leather seats?
No.
Okay.
All right.
No. Everybody always looks for these stupid things. No. And not only that, they're solar.
Yeah, by the way,
all of his cars are solar?
I've been in Sam's car, and I got to tell you, there are no seats. All right. Thank you, Sam.
Okay.
Good to speak with you.
Bye.
Wow, controversy follows you,
Man,
John.
he was on fire.
When your dad goes to KFC, does he think about how the chicken gets
Oh, my
killed?
dad. My dad doesn't think about me. What is he going to think about a chicken? He looks at a chicken the same way he looks at
Doesn't
me.
mean it's not right not to think about how the animal gets to your
Right.
plate.
Yeah, but I'm not
But
telling...
I don't think the consciousness of, the people that John is talking to is all that high.
Right.
They're
All
not
right.
caring about where it comes from or how it got there.
Well, if anything, you should thank Sam. That's got to be an excellent commercial for your new show.
Yeah, I think so. But the logic that poker isn't gambling, and he kind of lost me a little bit there.
Look, anything that people like, they like to defend. Look at you.
Of course.
That's it. All right,
Robin
interesting.
just called me dumb, but I don't care.
No,
I'm still
no.
gonna
I
go to
didn't
the...
say you were dumb. I said the people you're talking to.
Hey, you're like the professor of dumb people.
I feel so much better.
All right, Big John. There you go. John Hein, when is the show on?
It's on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock on Destination America.
No need to give out what channel Destination America is. Everyone knows.
Everybody knows it.
That's America's channel.
Exactly.
All right, thank you,
guys.
John. Poor guy's got one fucking show on Destination America. Sam found it.
Sam is screaming about a show nobody sees.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. By Sam screaming about it, he actually got them some audience.
He's going to make it a hit.
John.
Yes?
Well, first off, don't they say all press is good press?
I hope so. At first, I was really ticked because it seems like Sam went out of his way to knock the show.
Right.
But in listening to his argument, I know he's a big animal rights advocate, and I really do respect that. But I think he's kind of missing the point when it comes to this show. We're all about the celebration of fast food and exploring why people eat it and the history behind it. And he's just looking at how the food gets killed. And I think whenever anybody goes into any restaurant, you're not necessarily thinking about that. You're just enjoying the food. And that's the point I was trying to make.
And Sam is just another hypocrite with another. We're all hypocrites, and we all have vices, and we all do things that, we all have things that we're passionate about. But when you guys pointed the finger towards him with gambling, with being a boxing manager, with the way the Simpsons portray certain elements of society, he really had no argument.
I'm glad Howard brought that up. He argued it much better than I did, and it's true. I mean, I love to gamble, but you're kidding. Poker isn't gambling?
Right.
That's just a stupid thing to say. And with managing the boxers, though I said he wouldn't do it now, you get in the ring, you're taking your life in your hands. I'm not knocking either of those things, but people understand the consequences of what they're doing and then make their decisions accordingly. And that's all I'm saying about this. Plus, this is more about, having kids that had birthday parties at these places when they were 6 years old. The goofiness and the wackiness and the fun. This isn't a hard-hitting documentary on cuisine. That's not the point of the show. It's just to have fun at these places that so many people go to.
Right, it's about the culture and nostalgia associated.
Absolutely.
All right, Sharon, I've kept you on hold long enough. I promised you I would get to you first thing in the morning.
Oh, it's no problem.
All right, Sharon. Sharon wants to play a game. I have a Bigfoot game for her. It's time to play Bigfoot Game.
How is the Bigfoot game played?
Glad you asked that. The Bigfoot game is very simple. If you're playing along at home, have fun and get our home game as well. The game is played very simply. We ask Bigfoot a question. Let me give you a sample. Here's the first question. This doesn't count. This is just a practice question to get you familiar with the game. We ask a question like this.
What is bin Laden's first name?
All right. Now, bin Laden, as you know, is Osama bin Laden. And most Americans know that name. It's gone down in infamy.
But does Bigfoot know the name?
But Bigfoot lives in Vermont. He's isolated. I don't know his intelligence level, but it doesn't seem all that high.
Mm-mm.
And so, you'd sit there and you debate it in your head, but you got to come up. It's, listen, you got a 50-50 chance.
The big thing about these games is that Bigfoot does know something.
Well,
we just don't know what it is.
That's right. You got to tap into the Bigfoot mentality. Like, for example, I would say he probably does know Osama bin Laden.
Really?
Yeah, I would think so.
No.
You would say no. What would you say, Robin?
I think he must know Osama bin Laden.
Right. So this doesn't count. This is just to see where his head's at. Let's find out.
Bob
bin Laden. Well, actually, that's. It's right. No way. His real first name is Robert. He changed it. No, you would have been right, Sharon. You would have won.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
there we go.
All right. So we're going to play the Bigfoot game now. Now, Sharon, in order to get this fabulous gift of the iPad, which I love, and Citrix was kind enough to give it to us.
Yes.
In order to get it, you've got to get 3 out of 5 right.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with your first question in the Bigfoot game.
All right.
Here we go.
What is H2O?
What is H2O? Now, you must know that, Sharon, right?
Yeah, I know what that is.
What is H2O?
It's water.
Water. That is correct. Now, get inside the head of Bigfoot.
Absolutely not.
You say, no way he knows. Now,
No
Bigfoot had to
way.
go to school. They teach that in every school.
Yeah, but what class was he in, Howard?
Yeah, no way.
I think he went to school for head lice.
No way.
All right, here we go. H2O, you say no. Fred, lock her in on a no if you don't mind. All right. That is my game show assistant, Fred.
Thank you, Fred.
Yeah.
Most people have a beautiful woman.
No.
You have Fred.
My Vanna White is a rather haggard.
It's the bizarro world.
Tired man who I met in Hartford. A true genius would have, a hot blonde.
Yeah, Megan Fox would be your assistant.
Even Merv Griffin knew to put a hot blonde there. But I have Fred. All right, Fred, you locked her in on a no.
I did.
Let's find out. The question is, what is H2O?
Water.
There you go.
No way.
You got your first one wrong.
And he said it definitively.
Yep, this is what I'm telling you. The game is trickier than you thought.
Boy, it sure is.
Yep. All right, I tell you what I'm going to do for you, Sharon, because I'm in a magnanimous mood.
Oh, be in a magnanimous mood.
I'm going to give you one last one. If you get it right, I'll give you the iPad.
Oh,
Winner
good.
takes all.
That's it. Winner takes all, Robin.
All right.
That's right.
Excellent. Okay.
All right, we asked Bigfoot the following question.
Okay.
How many wheels are on a unicycle?
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Good luck.
Oh, my God.
How many wheels are on a unicycle? I say there's no way in hell he knows this.
I agree with you. There's
But
no
you
way in
never
hell. I
know.
don't think he knows what a unicycle is.
You
Right.
never know what Bigfoot's experience has been. You know, he could
Well-
have been involved with a circus.
I have to go with my gut on this one. I've got to say no.
Yeah, I could see him as like the bearded lady in a circus, and he hung out in the cage next to the unicycle man.
I mean, I think he's got to think it's a bicycle.
Yeah. What are you going to say? You're going to say
No. Doesn't
Okay.
know.
All right. I mean, this is the kind of thing a 7-year-old would know, so I would
Right.
say he doesn't know.
Yeah, there's no way.
All right. Let's hope you're right. I got my fingers crossed for
Let's
you.
hope.
All right. Here we go. Bigfoot. How many wheels on a unicycle?
Is the number 3 an even number or an odd?
Oh,
What happened?
Must have jumped. Hold on a second. The suspense is killing me.
Me too.
Let me see something.
How many wheels are on a unicycle?
All right, here we go.
Is the number 3?
Oh, they didn't edit it right.
I think he said two.
He said
I think
two.
he said two.
He said two. That just totally blew, though.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I won.
I got to get out of radio.
Not a clean
But
contest.
I got to tell you, at AGT, this shit don't go down. Although they did get scammed.
Yeah, what's worse?
I don't know. Guys, what happens there? Who is putting this on the DVD or whatever that's called, the CD? Who's the culprit that just sabotaged my game? Bring him to me. Bring him to me. Bring him to the call.
Sal will be in a moment.
It's Sal, that fuck, with the teeth. He's so busy whitening his teeth. By the way, good thing, Robin, I'm reading GTD, Get Things Done. You're going to watch me fire Sal now.
Okay.
Sal, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I did nothing wrong. I double-checked it for your accuracy, and then you went back, and the answer was there.
Sal, there's no stop between the question and the answer.
It was on mine, and I double-checked. That's weird.
So if I
but
go
is there
back
a track there, Howard? Is it on the particular track? I know there's no stop.
It's no stop.
I double-checked
I
it
need
for
a stop.
I know. It should be on the track. I double-checked it for accuracy.
You double-checked it.
I double-checked
So if I
all
go
the
back there and play it and it doesn't work, will you resign?
No.
Why?
Well, because
you double-checked it. Why are you afraid to risk your job on this? Let's play the real game show. Forget Sharon and her dumb iPad. Let's play the real game.
Howard, I'm not lying. I know better.
You see this CD? Track 12?
Yeah.
It's track 11 and 12 for the game.
Right.
I'm going to go back there. I'm going to play it.
Right.
If it stops, you have no problem. You have your job.
I
If
have
it
the same
doesn't
exact
stop-
player
If
as
it
yours.
doesn't stop,
but
you lose your job.
Why wouldn't
Fred,
it?
lock him in on a yes and no.
Why would it not stop though? Why would it not stop?
Let's play the game.
If it's on the track, why would it not stop?
It didn't stop. I just play here. Listen.
Well, you went back and then it played.
No.
I heard the answer.
Of course it did. But it played. It wasn't proper. It wasn't like all the other ones.
I know that.
So you
I
did
heard
it
what
wrong. You did your job wrong. You don't know that?
I didn't do it wrong because when I checked it, it worked out.
Listen.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
How many wheels are on a unicycle?
And then I go to play the answer.
Is the number 3 an even number or
It's
an odd?
missing.
And then how'd you
It
find it?
skips. I had to keep going back until I could find it.
Well, maybe the CD has it after.
Listen.
I hear.
Listen.
Oh, God.
Here's what you did.
2. Is the number 3 an even number or an odd number?
You combined it with 12 and 13. You fucked up.
I don't recall that.
You fucked up. You don't recall it because you're busy teeth whitening. Your teeth look like shit. You dummy. You had nice teeth. $12,000 on teeth.
6.
And 6 because you fucking cut a deal so you can do free commercials on my show, you cocksucking user. Get out of here.
I've never done a free commercial on your show.
6,000. Why did the guy give you a discount? So you mention it on the show.
I mentioned my teeth. I never mentioned him.
Yeah, okay. So again, I'm a dummy, right? There's
You're
a
not
distinction.
a dumb. I'm sorry about.
I'll tell you what. I'll mention my teeth if you give me a discount.
That's not how
you use me. You have no respect for me.
That's a blatant
User.
lie.
He mentioned the dentist's name in the news story.
Yeah.
Obviously, the news came to me and mentioned the story. Yeah.
So you cut a
And
side deal. Now you're selling advertising on my show.
Like Lisa, like you said with Lisa G, like
go enjoy your
contribute
teeth.
something.
Go enjoy your teeth.
I did a whole Howard TV
thank
special.
You. Thank you for doing that. Next time, consult me first. See if I want it on Howard TV. You getting your fucking dumb teeth.
Well, I went through Doug.
All right.
I'm sorry about this. I fucked up. I'm very
Check your work 500 times.
I will. But that is very strange. I apologize profusely. I mean, it's crazy. I have been, Howard.
Why don't I fire you? What's wrong with me? Am I a sucker?
No.
And then you go out and cut side deals?
I'm not cutting side deals for my fucking teeth.
Sure you
dude.
did. Did you mention the finance company that financed your teeth?
Yeah, but
on the air?
When Gary
Why?
asked me about,
you get a special deal. You got $6,000.
Yeah.
You were paid $6,000 for a commercial, and you don't know you did the wrong fucking thing?
I don't know how.
What are you,
that's the
retarded?
Apparently I am. All right. Well,
let's play the real game.
Go ahead, play it.
And by the way, you're a smart guy because you know what? You outfoxed me. I thought for some stupid reason you were honest.
How am I not?
I'm a sucker.
You're not a.
Repeat after me. Howard's a sucker.
No, I'm not going to say
Don't say it because I want to hear it. Because if you tell me, maybe I'll learn something. Tell me what I am to my face. To look at me in the eye and tell me what I am.
You're Howard Stern.
And what am I?
You're the.
No, say I'm a sucker.
You're America's judge.
That's right. What am I?
You are the king of all media.
No, Sal. I'm not joking. Tell me what I am.
You're Austrian, Russian, and Polish.
No, what am I? I'm a sucker. Tell me.
Why are you a sucker?
I fell for it. You tricked me.
For what?
You outfoxed me.
What are you talking
With the teeth
about? Yeah,
and the side deals.
Howard's a sucker.
Thank you.
Howard's a sucker.
Thank you. Tell me again. Now I know what I am. What a sap I am.
Howard's
What's going on? He got his teeth at a discount for commercial?
Yeah. He cuts deals. And if he had come to me like a human being and say, hey, Howard, I'm trying to get my teeth whitened. Do you think I could cut a side deal with this guy and get a reduction in the price? I would have sat down with him and said, look, man, we don't use the show for that stuff. I'd rather pay for his fucking teeth. First of all, his teeth are ridiculous.
He didn't need these teeth. You know, I mean, I could understand it if it was for something.
Robin, you got breast
really
reduction.
needed.
You didn't need that. Did you need breast reduction?
I didn't get a
And you talk about your tits every day.
I didn't get a discount.
I don't
Never mentioned the doctor.
Well, discount or not, there's discounts every day. If I go out and buy a pair of jeans at a discount, am I using it for the show?
You
I'm still
got the
paying out of my
discount
pocket.
because of my show.
Absolutely. There is.
You used me.
I didn't use
you. You just said absolutely. You got a discount because of the show.
There is a relationship
so
to the show.
So you came in here and
it's
told
inevitable.
the guy.
I work at the show.
You told the guy, don't worry, pal. Howard will.
No, I
he's
never
such a
said
sucker.
that. I swear on my children.
David Letterman's staff is able to cut side deals for whitening their teeth, and then they go, don't worry, Dave's a fucking sucker. I'll get
Howard's
on camera. I'm
No.
a sucker. Tell me. I'm to my
You're
face.
not a sucker.
No, I am. It's
That's not
okay.
the deal.
Tell me what I am.
I was
Howard's a
approached to
sucker.
get my teeth
No,
done.
come on, man.
I was
Tell me
approached.
what I am. Don't be a pussy.
I'm not being a pussy. I'm being
Howard's
for real.
a
If I was a
sucker.
fucking pussy,
You're
I'd call you a
pussy.
sucker.
You're a fucking
no,
pussy.
No,
Howard's a
if I
sucker.
was
Tell me
a
what
pussy,
I am. Tell the world what I am. I'm a sucker.
How the fuck are you a sucker?
Because I
got a
fell for it.
discount on teeth.
If you
I
worked
never
for
even mentioned
Letterman, do you think you would have snuck on the show and mentioned your discount for teeth?
No, and I didn't sneak on the
That's
show.
why you won't work for Letterman.
I didn't sneak on
Howard's
the
a
show.
sucker.
I don't want to work
I'm
for
a
Letterman.
sucker.
Howard's a
You're
sucker.
not a sucker.
I am.
Howard's a
Sal,
sucker.
you outsmarted me. I go around thinking I'm smarter than Sal.
I got my fucking
You're
teeth done.
smarter
It's
than
my
me.
business.
You're smarter than
Listen,
me.
if I work here, certain things come up.
Oh,
Howard's a sucker.
okay.
When I
told the
caught
dentist
my
that you
wife
could get on
cheated
here.
on me, was I a sucker then?
You told.
No, it was contributed to the show because I work here. I
No.
get my teeth
No,
done.
no,
I didn't tell him
That
that.
is
Don't
not
put
the
words
same
in my
thing.
mouth.
Yes, you did.
I did not tell him that. I swear on my kids.
Bullshit.
I did not.
Bullshit.
He came up to me at a club and he said he could help me with my teeth and give me a discount. And that's exactly what I did. And then I went to Doug and said, I'm getting my teeth done. Would you like to tape it? And he said yes. And I never mentioned the fucking guy's name on the air ever. Only on my Twitter. It's not bullshit, dude. That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
What you're saying is bullshit.
Bullshit. Fucking maniac.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
Would you go back and fucking stop looking at yourself in the mirror with your teeth and your tanning and make sure when you put together a game that you do it right?
I'm very, very sorry. These things do happen. They're technical issues. They do happen. They are inevitable. All the computers around here. I've been trying to get a new computer for 3 months. You know what the guy said to me today, Suresh?
What'd he say?
He says, we have to wait till a whole bunch of computers break down because SiriusXM won't just fund one computer.
Let me tell you something about this company. They've lost interest in this show. They take it for granted. You should have a computer inside of 3 seconds.
I know.
If it wasn't for this show and what we do. See, now you got me off track from yelling at you.
You can yell at me again. I
am
don't care.
stupid. But this is the truth. Because now you brought up a topic that's even worse than your teeth. And you know what that is?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. You should have a computer in 3 seconds because I have to remind this company, even though they don't listen. The reason the whole thing exists, the reason that one guy's trying to buy the company from the other guy, the reason there was a merger, the reason everything happened was one reason. This show. This show, that's it. There's no other reason. And this fucking imbecile with his teeth can't get a computer?
I asked the guy, I go, the computers are slowing down. I go, I know you have virus software. He goes, yeah, but we don't have spy software. I go, why don't you put the fucking anti-spy software in the computers?
Right.
He says they won't fund it. And they said...
They won't fund it.
And by the way, all of your computers here, he says, particularly in Studio 69, you guys do not have spyware, anti-software.
Oh, you want to know why?
And he goes, you know what they said to him?
What?
They go, if the spyware should happen to come in, just wipe out their computers and reboot everything. And it's just crazy.
You know what it is?
It's a penny-wise, dollar-foolish.
Because I'm the enemy. Don't you know that? Don't you know every company I've worked for and built up, I become the enemy because they all get jealous? It's happened everywhere. I thought it was going to be different here. But things rapidly changed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy.
You are.
I'm always the enemy.
Even to Sal.
I caused a merger of 2 companies when XM was clobbering this company. You think the computer would... Do you think that if I ran this company, I'd say, you know what? I'm going to get rid of an entire channel just to make sure you guys have a computer.
Exactly.
They could get rid of 500 of these channels, and they'd still...
And nobody'd even notice.
No one would even know.
Right.
We requested a Dolby Audition software update.
Listen, just do me a favor.
He got you off track.
He did. He did get me off track.
Shut up, Fooey.
Howard's a sucker.
He outfoxed me.
Go back to taking your nap. There's nothing more disgraceful and disgusting than going to sleep on the most popular radio show in the world. Don't talk to me about a technical glitch. It's a technical glitch.
A technical glitch. You didn't listen
all
to
the time.
CD. If you did,
you didn't check your work. I want you to admit you didn't check it.
I swear to God, I checked it. I swear to God. And you know what? And I'll tell you what. And I remember. I'll break it down for you specifically. I remember turning it back. I remember that jump. I remember it. And then I turned it back, and then the track played.
Impossible.
But what I remember...
My CD player is no different than yours.
I know it's not, but I'm saying, like,
I remember... CD player.
I'm telling you specifically, I recall...
Gary, go back in Sal's room and play it back. I guarantee you.
No, I'm saying to you that it jumped in my computer, but when I turned the dial back, it played.
Okay.
But if it jumped in your computer,
so you heard it without it working, and then it played, and then you just said to yourself, "Okay, now it works."
No, it played at the answer to.
Listen to what you just said.
Right.
Listen to what you just said.
No, I didn't. No.
Yes, that's just what you said.
I guess so. I guess so in some odd way.
In some odd way.
Nothing odd about it.
What you just said was, I played it, it jumped. Then I played it again, and it was fine. And then I gave it to Howard.
That's right.
That's why you're a fuck up.
I went through.
Listen to me.
And then I went through the rest of the tracks.
Listen to me. I can't have this. I can't go through a contest and have that.
I know that. And you know what? In the past year,
Sal,
there haven't been any...
Teeth are unimportant.
I agree. All right, fine.
You think you're going to have some movie career because of your dumb teeth?
We're doing a few films.
You work for me. I'm the only one paying you.
I know.
Trust me.
There's
a few shitty, what he calls independent films, which means they're not even independent films. Independent films rejected these films. They don't have a name yet for what these films are. They haven't figured out a name yet for them. Like this, you know how there's like the independent film, small film. You hear an actress going, I'm in a very small film. This film is so fucking small, they haven't figured out how to give it a word, like microscopic films. They're coming up with a new term.
I think it's called straight to DVD.
Yeah. Well, DVD, there'll never be a DVD.
Straight to video cassette.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Teeth are not a career. Let me tell you something. If teeth were a career, Gary would be king of entertainment.
Got
Use
me
your
a job.
head.
And Sal, by the way,
film you needed new teeth.
One last thing. Now I yelled at Sal the whole way. I go, Sal, what happened? And he goes, it played. It got the answer. He goes, you owe me a fucking apology. So now that you know what's wrong, do you owe me an apology?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
I owe
Damn right. If you're in your studio and you see something screws up and then you go back and check it and it plays, there's a 50-50 chance there's something wrong.
I agree. And when I turned it back and it played, then I went forward and the rest of the tracks played.
But what you should have done is started over again and just played it the way Howard would play it and see if the same thing happened again.
You don't shit in your pants about me. You know why? Because I don't fire anybody.
Oh, I do shit.
And I'm reading Getting Things Done.
I don't sleep at night. I don't sleep at night.
You don't sleep at night because you don't get any pussy.
Well, that's another story.
I jerked off last night. I came hard. I slept like a rock. I jerked off last night.
So you're not getting any pussy either if you jerked off?
Well, my wife wasn't home.
God bless you.
If she was home, I would add some.
Mine was. That's the problem.
That's right.
I'm only kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
good, nice
kidding.
teeth.
I'm only kidding.
He's got the whitest teeth on the show now, whiter than yours, Gary.
You know, I have to say, when I got my teeth, as bad as they are, when I got my teeth, the dentist came to me, and it's like women getting tits. He goes, here's the thing of colors, right?
Yeah.
And so, of course, I point to Sal's color.
I think you point to a piece of shit because that's what they look like.
I point to Sal's color, and my dentist goes, listen, you can't put that color on. It's ridiculous.
Right.
He goes, you got to go to a color that's more in line with the rest of your teeth. Otherwise, it's going to look ridiculous.
Oh, now Sal's dentist is on the phone, so he's really going to get what he wants.
No, don't.
Sharon, hold on. I'll give you your prize. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes, doctor. This is Dr. Bean, Sal's dentist, I guess. Yes, doctor.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
First of all, I've been a fan for 32 years.
Thank you.
I've been listening to the show forever.
Thank you.
You are amazing on AGT. My wife loves you, which she never, ever would ever listen to you, and now she loves you. The
Thank you,
kids love you. The kids love you. So what happened with Sal, he had originally, one of the dentists did his gums, who's my client. You know, we work together, the gum doctor and the teeth doctor. We work together. So he said, he called me up, said, Sal from the Stern Shows wants to do his teeth. I said, listen, we have a budget over the course of the year that we do a lot of pro bono cases for people that don't have money, for very big celebrities like.
He's got money. He just bought his wife $800 pair of shoes.
Right. So he came up and he wanted to do he wanted to do 16 teeth, and that the laboratory fees are $6,000. That's what our fees.
No,
are
I am Dr. Bean. You've done nothing wrong. This is something between me and Sal.
Okay.
What Sal has done is...
It's Dr. Dean, not Bean.
Oh, Dr. Dean. Bean is funnier, though.
It is.
Well, that's my other staff I should fire.
My teeth look like beans.
They put up Dr. Bean. That's, again, another faux pas.
See, things do happen.
Oh, things do happen.
Unfortunately, they do not. But listen, you want to make sure those margins are not tight.
Come on, Sal. Check your work. You're so busy with the teeth and your independent film.
I'm not. I swear to you, Howard. This is certainly a priority.
Sal, when something screws up, you go. You know what? If the dentist did that to your teeth, you'd be pretty fucking pissed, wouldn't you? He didn't have room for mistakes.
Absolutely not.
All right.
So he wanted to do 16. I said, listen, Sal, I didn't know you were out of budget. When you guys went on the show and said, he's spending all his money, I really felt terrible. I said,
no, you know what you should have said to him? You should say, well, you don't have the money, sir. Leave.
No,
But what happens with Sal is, it's known he's on my show, and everyone knows. Everyone can walk in here and somehow finagle, this guy mentioning his teeth, mentioning this, mentioning that.
So what happened was I said, let's just do the 8 teeth. I'll bond the bottoms. I said, no problem with that. I'll take care. I still look great. And then I said, what kind of color you want? He goes, I want them to look real. I want them to look white. So we gave him a natural color. We didn't give him a super white.
They're too white, doctor.
Natural for who?
They're natural if you're someone who lives next to a radiation plant.
All right. Well, I told him after you said that, if you want to go darker, we can go darker.
He could go a shade darker. It's a little overwhelming.
Yeah. That's why we put the temporaries that way, so that the patient can kind of work it out and see.
Well, that was wise of you. I don't have a beef with you, doctor.
I don't know. I think that was brilliant because you put those sparkling white teeth in Sal's mouth. Somebody's got to talk about.
Hey, this guy's well thought out.
Well, there are teeth. I mean, look, I got a job here because of somebody's teeth.
All right, enough of that. You said that line 3 times.
I'm making it clear that,
Yeah, okay.
Certain things are inevitable.
It's all fun. It's all fun and games.
Well,
except I had a contest. The final answer no one could hear.
Robin, I hope you feel better.
Thank you. Don't worry. She's fine. I'm the one who's fucking sick over here.
I think Baba Booey's got to get his teeth redone, by the way.
Oh, God.
Please, how many times can you go back to that well with him?
Well, I think he's got to go to the right guy.
The right guy. I think you'd have to go to another planet to find the right guy.
There's no right guy for his
Trust me. If you had to work on his teeth and your final project at dental school was working on him, they would never let you have a license because he's impossible to cure. All right. Thank you, Dr. Dean.
Okay.
All right.
Say hi to Kurt Voltheimer.
Right.
Howard's a sucker.
Seems like a nice man, Dr. Dean. All right, Gary.
Howard, before I go any further.
What are you, stuttering now? What were you, in a war? You stepped on a mine?
Are you a hero?
My teeth are touching my tongue. I can't speak properly.
All right, what do you want to say?
I will take out the CD, and I will
It's too late.
No.
Now you're going to fix it?
No,
it's useless. You're going to now re-record it.
No.
Why would you do that? Why would you waste my time with that?
It was a glitch. It's been established. It's been fixed. We know that the lady lost the game or won or whatever the case may be.
She won.
But from this point forward, I'd like to double check it, like you said, and make sure that
you're going to go double check your work.
Howard's a sucker.
How backward are you?
Howard's
you ever hear of Professor Backwards? That's you. You're going to go now check your work. Here, Sal. Here's the CD. Go check your work.
Goodness.
Here. That's going to help me. Thank you.
Well, just
you're going to go check your work. Okay, here.
I
go check
checked it, but
I'm never going to play it again. But go check it.
He's actually going to triple check it.
You triple check it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sal.
You're welcome.
Well done. And you did a good job with the thing, and then you fuck up.
It was a great game. It
was a great
he comes
game.
up with great ideas, and then he doesn't follow them.
Maybe let Richard record this stuff. Maybe you don't know how to work the equipment.
Richard does record some stuff. We work on these things together.
And then you make fun of Scott. Scott knows how to record things. Let him teach you.
CD skip once in a while. I know
maybe
they shouldn't skip here. I know
Can
that.
we make
There's
a new
no
rule?
excuse.
Can we make a new rule between us?
Yeah.
Every time I play a game on the show, after the game is over, go back and double check the CD. Okay.
That's a bad rule, Howard.
Why? It's perfectly logical. It's Sal. That's what he's going to go do.
No, I'm saying just to protect the rest of the game.
You know why I'm stupid? I let you and Richard have a room together. That's what I'm breaking up. I'm going to put Scott in with
Howard's a
Richard,
sucker.
and I'm going to give you your own studio because you're not concentrating. You're back there blowing each other all day and fucking around and
No, we're not.
your
All we do is
goddamn bromance.
No, what we do is brainstorm about ideas.
There's not a brain between the two of you.
Why don't you let someone else check your work?
I do. I
Take
give
the CD to
Give it to
Scott.
Richard.
I have.
Or
I give it to Scott.
Did you give that to Scott? What happened to your system?
This particular one, I'm not sure if I gave to Scott.
I can guarantee you didn't.
I don't think I did.
Right.
But there was
I don't think you did either.
I think
Call
you're
me
right.
clairvoyant. Call me a mentalist.
All right. I apologize.
Right.
It will be fixed.
Howard's a sucker.
You know, he's going to go now check his work. It's unbelievable to me. By the way, this weekend, Sal will be in Dallas, where he'll look for Lee Harvey Oswald. He's going to go back and see if he can find him.
This weekend,
That's what that's like.
This weekend, I'll be doing a charity, and I never promoted it for free for breast cancer.
Yeah, good. All right, never mind. I don't even want to say it. Go ahead. Goodbye. No.
Get out of here.
I think he has teeth cancer.
I don't know what happened when they put those teeth in his mouth.
That's Sal, the stockbroker.
Howard's a sucker.
Right, Sal. I agree. Thank you for saying it again.
That's Sal with the dazzling smile.
Say that 3 more times, Sal.
Howard's a sucker. Howard's a sucker. Howard's a sucker.
I'm reading that book, but it's doing me no good.
Well, what does the book say in a case like
Well, I'm
this?
only up to
Howard's
chapter 2.
a sucker.
I didn't get to the Sal chapter yet.
Yes.
This guy writes about how you can be more efficient, get things done quickly. And just when I think I'm getting ahead, I got a Sal. Blocks me.
A roadblock.
Because he says a lot of things you have to delegate. But here I delegated the contest to him. Look what happened to me.
What does he say about who you should delegate to?
Well, again, I've only read 2 chapters. I got to read the rest of the book this weekend.
Right.
I
Don't expect progress until you've finished the book.
feel like Ishkabibble.
Who is Ishkabibble?
I don't know.
My mother used to say that name all the time. and I
It's a
was like, who
biblical.
the-
It's a biblical. I think he was a
Is
moron.
it? Ishkabibble.
I think he was. I think he was an idiot. Oh, here, I got the book in front of me. GTD, Get Things Done. Chapter 3, Never Hire Your Fans. Who formerly called themselves stockbrokers, and we're not even sure what the hell he was doing there. And then there's another edition in the chapter that says, especially guys who hung outside the studio day and night and didn't go to
Right.
work.
With posters and
Yeah.
websites.
Yeah, and I hired him full time. Yeah, think about that. He wasn't doing his job. He was outside my studio with posters, and I should have said to myself, there's not a guy who's into his
Not
job.
only that, even when he was in the office, he was getting the other office people to make phony phone calls.
I know. I hired him. I like his ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I got to take a break. It's been an hour and 16 minutes of time you've wasted, Robin.
Oh, my God.
And now we have to get to a commercial.
Howard's a sucker.
Thank you, Sal. Remind me every 10 minutes. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Sal Couture.
It's been a long time since I got a beating like that.
Sal, why'd you fight back so vehemently? I mean, why were you going
Because
back?
he kept saying it.
Are you going to go double or triple check it right now?
Yeah, I am. Let's do this.
Howard's a sucker.
You know what happened, bud? What? If a track is too short, you got to add silence to it.
I'm reading
freaks
what it's doing.
It freaks the CD out.
Well, what does the book say?
That's why it jumped on
That answer,
the
like
sounds
Bigfoot only said 2, so it was 2.
This guy writes about how you can be more efficient.
Sal, walk me through it if you don't mind.
Is the number 3 an even number or an odd number?
Does it do that on your player?
Yeah. Well, like I said, originally it did, but then when I thought the tracks bled, and when I turned the dial manually, it worked fine, but it didn't. I just thought that when I first did it, and I heard the 2 jump, I was like, I thought that sometimes, like if you hit the button too fast, it'll go to the next track. I thought that's what I did. So when I turned the dial manually to track 13, it was fine. So I said, and that's where I screwed up. I didn't realize that it wasn't me hitting the button. It was the track itself was too small.